Rise and grind, ladies and gentlemen. It's about to get bumpy. Time to attack and dominate. This is Morning Juice with Brandon Beam and Bobby Carpenter.
All right, Morning Juice. Tito with you. Bobby Carpenter with you. Bodie, the man behind the glass. You heard him on the Sports Center update. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Got a big show lined up for you today. We will have Austin Ward on to talk some Ohio State football. A lot of other talk, NFL stuff we'll get into as well. We'll do the normal stuff, the quick hitters, the re-racks and all those kinds of things. And Bobby, we're kind of flying by the seat of our pants here, right? AJ, we assume AJ will be on, right?
He'll be on.
He'll be on. he's Mr. Regular. He's always on unless he tells us otherwise. But yes, we'll have AJ on. I've got questions for AJ.
We have a normal stable of guests that off.
Yes.
That I assume will be on unless otherwise noted. He's
the man. But I'm saying I've got a lot of questions for AJ about stuff we've talked about lately.
I'm sure you do.
The laundry
habits. You have a shirt on that my 7-year-old has.
That's great. Good for him.
So,
you like that?
I mean,
it's Casual Friday.
I don't know if that's that casual, but sure.
This is more casual than you expect on a Friday?
I don't know if I expect any adult to wear that shirt.
Really?
Yeah.
Bodie, how about you? Weigh in on this. Am I too old to wear this shirt?
I'm probably the wrong person to ask because
Bodie's
I basically wear a Notre Dame T-shirt.
Okay.
Or et cetera.
That's fine, Bodie. So. That's okay. I have no problem with that.
But a guess what chicken butt shirt you have a problem with?
It's a child shirt. The fact that they make it in anything bigger than an adult small,
right?
I think is a problem. And that's not an adult small.
But there was something else to put on before this, though, that I said this is probably too childish. This was the next option.
Well, if that's the case, then I don't know. I guess we got to go through your wardrobe.
We can do
I'll
that.
have to talk to Heather about that.
Talk to Heather about that. That's fine. All right. So we had a big show lined for today. Now it's, by the way, thank you. On YouTube, chime in, look at us, talk to us, whatever. We will love to interact with you out there with the live feed on YouTube. And Bobby, let's do Today in History.
Time to get smarter. Morning Juice presents Today in History. Here's your professor, Bobby Carpenter.
Sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call Dr. Mark Levy at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP.
Take it away, General.
Oh, boy. We got ourselves a day. It is the second longest day of the year now as we cruise through.
Does it tie with the other one?
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah.
I don't know about if it's a complete.
At the apex and then, yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's two congruent semi-ovals. It's not a circle with orbit, but it's second, maybe third longest day of the year. I don't know. It's light at 5:40. I know that.
Yep.
It'll be light at 9:30, which is also tremendous. But it is Friday, June 21st, the 173rd day of the year. A mere 193 days remaining. 10 days from now, we will be at the midway mark. Shark will be back, Beam will be back, and I might be gone. I don't know. We'll see how that works. But this date, 1788, New Hampshire becomes the 9th state to ratify the U.S. Constitution, joining the Union. This date, 1898, the U.S. captures Guam from Spain.
Okay.
People, the Spanish folks in Guam didn't even know that they were in any type of conflict. It was during the Spanish-American War,
right.
Which took place in Cuba. We hit it with a drive-by in Guam and said, hey, we're just going to take this from you.
Right.
There wasn't even limited shots even being fired. This date, 1939, Lou Gehrig announces his retirement. We talked his death was in 41, 5 or 6 days ago was last week. I don't think it was earlier this week. I believe it was last week. But yeah, he didn't even live 2 years after making the public announcement that he had Lou Gehrig's disease, or ALS now. This day, 1945, the Battle of Okinawa ends when the Imperial forces of Japan collapse in the corner of the mainland. And that was basically, you would say the beginning of the end, but that was the walls closing in on Japan as we were marching to take care of the war in the Pacific. It was a tough one to fight. Did you ever watch Pacific?
I didn't, but I know in Karate Kid 2, I can only say Okinawa now, like Pat Morita said it in the movie.
Oh, yeah, I mean...
Okinawa.
I forgot that I hadn't seen Karate Kid 2, I don't think ever, and I watched like the last 2/3 of it a couple years back. Maybe I watched the whole thing.
Right.
But I didn't realize they were in Japan. He goes over there with Mr. Miyagi, and then he fights in Japan. pretty entertaining there at the end.
But I derailed things there. What were you saying about the other show?
What other show?
Did you say so? There's something else you asked a question about something. I went to Karate Kid too.
Pacific, yeah.
The Pacific.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch that?
No, I did not.
Did you see the Pacific, Brody?
I have not. Nope.
I'm going to need better folks working with me. That's all.
Great.
That's
Last day of this, Bobby. Okay, just let's get through it.
Yeah, we're going to grind through here.
But you think Beam saw it? There's no way in hell Beam saw Pacific.
I think Beam has seen the Pacific.
He has?
Talked about it. Yeah.
He thought.
Why do you get so upset about that?
No, I'm just saying because Beam thought that he had no idea FDR was 4-term president.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with watching a TV show?
Because I think he's not very.
Beam watches a lot of shows. He just had a kid. Prior to that, he had limitless time to watch shows.
Yes. I'm surprised that Beam watched the Pacific.
I'm pretty certain we've talked about that.
Okay.
At least he'd watch Band of Brothers. I think he had watched Pacific as well. I want to watch Masters of the Air, but I'm not buying Apple Plus, so that's part of the problem with that. This day, 1983, tennis star Arthur Ashe has double bypass surgery. Yeah. Tennis star with sickle cell, did a great job, obviously won many slams. This day, 1989, Ricky Henderson is traded to the A's from the New York Yankees.
Traded back, yep.
And on this day, 2004, Spaceship One becomes the first privately funded space plane to achieve space flight.
Wow.
Yeah, so that happened 20 years ago. Think about how long ago that was. Now they're sending SpaceX all the way up there, cruise around in orbit for a little bit. Some birthdays today, turning 77 today. The head coach of the Saints, Broncos, Falcons, Cowboys, and Texans, and now the San Antonio Brahmas. Wade Phillips, 77.
Wade, you were out of work a year ago, and here you are.
Somebody said that. Yeah, I was. And, it was tough being out. I felt like I could help somebody. Hopefully I did.
Coach, can you sleep tonight now?
No, I'm going to party all night. Come on with me.
Bobby, is he better? Some guys that are much better coordinators or
Wade's a great DC.
That's what I'm saying. He was probably better served as a
great defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Won a Super Bowl as the Broncos defensive coordinator when Elway was there. That great team with DeMarcus Ware and Von Miller on the edges. Very, very good. He's got a great system, very simple, easy to execute. He needs a couple pieces for it and then go play. Aerosmith's drummer Joey Kramer turning 74 today. Tom Chambers. Do you remember Tom Chambers?
Oh, God, Tom Chambers. Yes, All-Star MVP for the Sonics when he came in. He was like a last-minute kind of replacement guy. And came in All-Star MVP, had a great game. And
that was back when they still played in the All-Star game?
They played in the All-Star game, yes. Then Chambers had a great career with Phoenix and Seattle. And, I was a big Tom Chambers guy. One of the original big guys who could shoot.
Yeah, four-time All-Star Tom Chambers. Turning 65 today.
God, I feel old.
Former number one overall pick Derek Coleman turning 57.
Oh, those Syracuse teams, Bobby. I think so. Like 87, 86, 87, 88. You weren't into it that much, I wouldn't think, right? Because
I was young.
You were young, but the Derek Coleman, Sherman Douglas teams, Ronnie Cycli was on those teams. They were so much fun to watch. They always came up short because Boeheim sucks, but it was a fun team to watch.
Yeah, they were good, and I remember him playing in the NBA, not as much in college. Former Buckeye safety Rob Kelly, turning 50 today. Second-round pick of the Saints. Could fly, though, from Mount Vernon, Ohio. I believe went to Newark Catholic, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're right.
Matt Kuchar, the Cooch, turning 46 years young. And one of my favorite Avengers of all time. Some people call him Star-Lord. Some people remember him from Parks and Rec. Chris Pratt. Birthday.
I can't get through to the cable company. Can you do something?
Like what?
Based on truth, based on
anything. Andy's just acting out scenes from his favorite movies.
So Swayze runs, boom, tackles the guy off the motorcycle. Dude's like, "You're dead, bro." Comes at him. Swayze ducks, scissor kick. The guy has Swayze's head, and he says, "I used to guys like you in prison." By the looks of this guy, this is not consensual sex we're talking about. We see bad guy had a gun the whole time. He's like, "I'm gonna kill you the old-fashioned way." Swayze's like, "Not this time." That subtext, he doesn't say that. Bypasses the gun, hooks the arm, back to the secret move he used before to kill somebody. He feels so bad about it, but this time he has to do it because of self-defense. Takes the esophagus out of the neck area. You can't eat. You'll starve to death. And that is Roadhouse.
I've never seen that. I've watched some Parks and Rec. I've never seen that scene, but that sounds amazing.
It's pretty great. And then the best part is right after it, he's like, you guys got to see it. And Donna, another character in the show, is like crying. She's like, I feel like I just did.
His description of it was pretty remarkable. I've seen that scene, and that was. I'm going to want to listen to that again later. Go ahead.
I liked him in.
Have you ever seen Roadhouse?
No, but
that's. You're fired.
Wait.
You're fired.
What? Again? Listen, I did see Moneyball, and Chris Pratt played Scott Hatterberg in that one.
Of all the things he's done,
I know, that's what I've seen.
He's been Star-Lord in the Avengers.
I know. My wife loves the Avengers stuff.
Parks and Rec is great.
I know.
Turning 44 today, NBA champ in short time, Cleveland Cavalier Richard Jefferson.
I refuse to play for the Knicks. Like Jason Kidd and Kenny Martin, they don't really care. Me, I was the one person that said, Knicks, no, I'll retire. That's why I retired. They were the one team that offered me a job. I decided to retire.
Is this a true story?
It's true. I decided to retire instead.
Wow, how about that?
It was true.
News right
Yeah, seriously. Did you send them a note? Did you send them a text?
No. I just knew it was time. When the Knicks were looking for me to play for them, I knew my time in this league was over.
That's great.
That's pretty remarkable. Also today, turning at 38, two-time Masters winner, Scottie Scheffler.
Scheffler outshines them all at Augusta.
Recently paroled, Scottie Scheffler.
Well, I don't know if he was paroled. He was never indicted.
That's true.
They didn't bring charges to that off.
You're right, they didn't.
There's an overzealous police officer who chose to jump on the side of his vehicle.
It was irresponsible of me to say that.
Yeah, it was, because it's inaccurate.
Yes.
Some passings today. Bobby Dodd, the famed Georgia Tech football coach, stadium bears his name, passing away on this date in 1988. And Bob Evans, down on the farm, passing away in 2007. Some holidays and observances today. I don't even want to say this. Baby Boomers Recognition Day. I get in arguments with my parents all the time about how selfish boomers are. Go Skateboarding Day, International T-Shirt Day, International Day of Yoga, National Day of Gong, National Dog Party Day, Flip Flop Day, which is kind of unfortunate that Shark's not here.
Yeah, that's Shark's thing, yeah.
It is. National.
I got my flip-flops on for Shark.
For Shark, good for you.
Good job. And I pay homage to him. National Selfie Day. How about that? World Giraffe Day, World Handshake Day, and World Music Day, which we could play some. And those are historical events, your birthdays, your passings, your holidays, observances for this date. June 21st, the 173rd day of the year, and 193 days remaining in this 2024.
Well done as always, General. You said National T-Shirt Day, right? Not wearing a T-shirt, so it should be okay.
A bad one, but a T-shirt.
It's a T-shirt nonetheless. He's got flip-flops. I've got a T-shirt. It's not ridiculous, Bobby.
It's a child's shirt that off.
I don't feel like it. Then why do they have adult sizes in it?
Just because something's made doesn't mean it needs to be worn / purchased or utilized.
God, I'm so glad we were our first choice then. Coming up, we'll tell you the Lakers have a new head coach. That's next. Morning Juice on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Early commuters are dealing with a bit of a slowdown due to an accident. Georgesville Road near 270. Plan for traffic to be a little bit slow there. On the south side, traffic is still fairly light. 270 at Lockbourne, just beginning to build. On the west side, we do have pretty dry conditions here. 70 at 270. I'm Heather Pasco for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here, and the playoff action is here. And there isn't a more rewarding sportsbook in the game than Tipico. Get ready to bet on the biggest games of the year, the playoff basketball, the hockey, the actions every night. You want to make the most of every game? You've got to bet with Tipico. You'll get up to 5% cash back on your bets. Claim your new sign-up bonus now and get $150 in protected bets when you deposit $100. Sign up now. Enter the promo code TheFan150 to get your bonus. Download the Tipico Sportsbook app today. Must be 21 or older and physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions do apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Thanks for coming with me to Meijer.
Absolutely. Ooh, I'll take one of these.
During the Meijer 7 for $7 sale, mix or match hundreds of items and pay just $1 each when you pick any 7 or more. We need bell peppers, Eckrich meat franks to grill, Powerade sports drinks for warm days, Chobani Greek yogurt, and Meijer essential paper towels.
On it. And an extra cart.
What? Why?
Well, it's only $1 each. We're getting way more than 7.
Shop the 7 for $7 sale at Meijer and pay just $1 each when you mix or match any 7 or more. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
We go to war for you.
It's motorcycle season here in Ohio. This is attorney Robert Scherger. Distracted driving is at a record high. We know the accident is not your fault. Let us go to war for you if a negligent driver ruins your summer.
WarForYou.com.
Ah, the sweet sounds of spring. Baseball, birds, and the glorious hum of a freshly tuned AC system. Don't sweat it. Call the Waterworks Heating and Cooling Team, 614-333-9720, or schedule service on our website. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better AC.
Driving plays a big part in driving the local economy. It helps us all get where we're going and creates good jobs close to home. At Synovus Energy, our refineries in Toledo and Lima are a reliable domestic source of gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel. Plus, more than 2,300 employees and contractors work for us here in Ohio. See how we're helping local communities move forward at Synovus.com.
The Fan app is about to become your new best friend. Your one-stop shop for all your favorite fan shows. ESPN Columbus and BetQL. Live or on demand, listen on your schedule. Download the 97.1 The Fan app today. It's free. Do it.
New 2024, up to 72 months Aria, N7 A24.
Reichert Nissan has an announcement to make. 0% financing is now available for up to 72 months. Take your Reichert Nissan Aria home today and pay 0% for 72 months. But these low interest rates won't last long. Lock in your 0% financing at Reichert Nissan. Visit the Reichert Mega Mall off 270 and 33 or shop thousands of new and certified used at ReichertNissan.com.
Get the right car at Reichert.
We're dealing.
With approved credit. Residency restrictions apply. Offers cannot be combined. Dealer contribution affects consumer cost.
O'Reilly.
Protect your vehicle's engine with Syntec and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Syntec Full Synthetic Motor Oil is formulated for today's engines to protect against wear and deposits. Get 5 quarts of Syntec Full Synthetic and a MicroGuard Select filter for just $33.99 in-store only. Limit supply. Learn more at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
We're feeling the squeeze of high inflation.
Today's record inflationary report means more economic pain ahead for Americans. Costs are up on food, rent, and used cars, and of course, gas, which is up almost 50%.
Ohioans are struggling, but Senator Sherrod Brown voted multiple times to spend our tax dollars on illegal immigrants, voting to give illegals Social Security benefits for work done illegally. And Brown voted in favor of taxpayer-funded health care for illegals granted amnesty, while many Ohio families can't get in to see a doctor. Call Senator Sherrod Brown at 216-522-7272 and tell him to support S3578, the Protect Medicaid Act, and start voting against taxpayer-funded giveaways to illegal immigrants. We need cheaper gas, food, and housing, not handouts to illegals who don't play by the rules. Paid for by One Nation. www.onenationamerica.org.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Good morning. Happy Friday. It is sunny and hot out there today. Temperatures get up to about 95 today. Tonight, look for partly cloudy skies, low around 72. Also, look for that full strawberry moon tonight. It should be gorgeous after sunset. Heading into tomorrow, we're going 96 under sunny skies. Rain returns on Sunday. It'll be cooler and less humid. I'm meteorologist Dylan Robichaud with your Doppler 10 forecast on 97.1 The Fan.
FanDuel is the exclusive online sportsbook partner of Morning Juice. Just sign up at FanDuel.com/juice. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
If this show made a scented candle, it would smell like bad coffee, unwashed jockstrap, and grass clippings.
I wasn't sure how you take your coffee.
You're listening to Morning Juice.
So, mouth or enema?
All right, Morning Juice. Tito, Bobby Carpenter with you here until 9 o'clock today, as we always are. Bobby, the Lakers hired the guy that we thought they would hire before they offered the job to someone else. JJ Reddick, 4-year deal to coach the Lakers. 4 years, I think it's $32 million is the number for Reddick.
That's a lot less than the 68 or 70 or whatever.
Yeah, they were offering.
Old boy in Detroit. Well, old boy in Detroit had.
Yes, the Monty Williams one also a lot less than they offered Danny Hurley in Connecticut. So Reddick, the Lakers offered Hurley 6 years, $70 million. And then, so now they got the 4 years. Looks like $32 million in that one. And I'm curious about this. They said that LeBron, the reports are LeBron had no input on the coaching hire.
LeBron's reporting that he had no input.
That's fair, yeah.
Through Brian Windhorst.
And through his agent. But yes.
Of course.
A lot of this, though, is being, the narrative being spun right now, Bobby, is that Anthony Davis played a big role in this. Like
LeBron is going to be there for how many more years?
Maybe 2, right? That's my guess.
Yeah, so if you're looking to hire a, quote, long-term coach, and you think that JJ Reddick is, quote, because this is what I've been hearing, and I'm not here to say it's right or wrong, but everybody's telling me he's, quote, the next Pat Riley.
Right.
I mean, that's what everybody's saying, right?
Okay.
And they look at all these, like, parallels. Oh, look, he came from the media. He's this, he's that. I'm like, how are we... I'm not saying that he isn't going to be that. That's a pretty big jump that we're going to make. I think it might be that off. There's a term called a bridge too far.
Yeah.
We might be on the bridge too far theory with that.
I remember I was talking with Baker on Sunday. I think it was about this. And it was about this Lakers job. It was a lot about the Ohio State when they got Diebler, when they hired him on. And Baker's take was, I don't think Ohio State should be your first-time head coaching gig. He thinks Ohio State. I feel this about the Lakers, too. I don't feel Lakers should be a first-time head coaching gig.
It's a tough gig to have your first time because you're learning on the job. And it's a tough place to learn on the job because it's highly critical. It's not Toledo.
Right.
I mean, this isn't coaching, being an assistant. Like, JJ Reddick's never even been an assistant coach.
Yeah, nothing.
But he came from the media.
And LeBron likes him. Don't try to spin it to Anthony Davis.
They have a podcast together.
Yes, they have a podcast together. And
They're friends.
And by the way, Coach K was on the committee. Wait,
Coach K was on the search committee?
Coach K is they call it, I think, an unofficial advisor to the Lakers. So, yes, they consulted with Coach K on this. Coach K liked Hurley.
How many NBA games has Coach K won?
Last time I checked, it was 0.
Okay.
As of now.
As many as me.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying that he doesn't know basketball.
Right.
But, I mean, I appreciate his opinion on things, but he's never coached a minute in the NBA.
Right. Has not coached a minute in the NBA. And I don't know. I was surprised to hear Coach K was actually in favor of the Hurley hire, I think, because he has a great relationship with that family.
Hurley didn't want the job.
Right.
They offered him a boatload of cash.
Right.
And he said no.
This just seems like a weird hire for me if you're the Lakers.
Why? Because it's a guy that has never coached before at any level?
Well, it's
as a head coach or an assistant?
It's because
Bodie's excited. Hold up, Bodie. How excited are you about this hire?
I think it's a great hire.
Yes.
Double down on it.
That's all you
I
need
wish
to
they
know.
would have offered him the Hurley spot. The
Tommy
Lakers
Reddick
kind of
on
remind
staff.
me of the Cowboys. Just like a family business. They make a lot of money off of it, and they don't really know how to run the team. They're just in L.A., which works out really well because LeBron wanted to be in L.A.
Yeah, it feels to me, Bobby, like it's such a...
Is Shaq on the search committee, too?
I think it is a... the Lakers don't know what the hell they are. Okay,
What do you think they are?
I think right now they're a mix of crap because they're not a contender.
A mix of crap.
Yes, they're not a contender. Okay, this team is not a contender for a championship as constructed. So,
let me tell you what they are.
What are they?
They're an aging roster that has locked-in contracts.
Yep.
That thinks they're a contender, but they're actually not, and they have no ability to change and elevate their status from a team that is somewhere between the high-end 4th, low-end 9th best team in the Western Conference.
Right.
And they have no ability to change that to be able to become a contender, and they're being held hostage by a guy who's my age.
Yeah,
that's what they are right now.
Yeah, Bobby. If you think you're a contender,
they might draft his son, which will be even better. Bodie's excited about that. I hope the Celtics
love it even more.
I hope the Celtics draft Bronny.
See, that's the thing, though, is Boston would never do that. Neither would Oklahoma City.
I don't know. Jason Tatum's son's around there quite a bit.
Well, you know what? That would be different. We draft Deuce. But it's just like, the Lakers just don't feel like a serious organization. Like, they're in L.A. They have all the history, and LeBron wanted to go there 5-6 years ago, whatever it was now. And, of course, they were able to convince Anthony Davis to go there because LeBron's best friend has an NBA massive free agency whole deal with Clutch and whatnot. But it's just ever since Dr. Bus passed, it's just been a mess.
You're telling me
they're in LA, so it works out really well sometimes.
Jeannie isn't running it well?
Yeah, she's Jerry Jones, just 30 years younger or whatever.
Listen, there is a song that Christina Aguilera wrote a long time about that. It said, if you want to be with me, baby, there's a price to pay. I'm a genie in a bottle. Okay. You got to rub me the right way. All right? I don't know if that applies to this situation. Maybe it does.
If you had Christina Aguilera, brought up by Bobby, on your bingo card, you can put a chip on that one today. Bobby, it all started, I think, when they hired Kobe's agent, Rob Pelinka, to be the GM.
That was the best.
Okay,
it might as well have been Rob Lowe for
and then whatever Kobe
he kind of
wanted,
looks like Rob Lowe.
He does.
If they made a movie about that, Rob Lowe would play Rob Pelinka.
Or could play Rob Lowe in a movie too, right? Yeah, either way.
Interchangeable.
Yeah, interchangeable guys there. But they did that though, but I'm saying if you're a rebuilding team.
They're not rebuilding.
I know, but say if you are, then hire a rookie head coach.
They're living in an old mansion that's falling down that they think is fine.
All is well.
Yeah,
no need to panic. All is well.
It looks great. It's all good. Like the Titanic has just hit an iceberg,
right?
And they're going to keep playing the violins.
Yeah, I take it back. Jeannie Buss actually is Stephen Jones, not Jerry. Sorry, but I think I'm more.
There you go.
I think that's pretty 95% accurate.
Yes, I think that's where they are at right now as well, because they do LeBron does run that organization.
No, he said he doesn't.
I know what he said.
That way he doesn't have to take blame for any of the bad decisions.
You want to tell us?
He'll take all the credit for the good stuff. However,
yes,
I will say it's pool season. It's been 1,000 degrees all week long, so get that shirt off and go see my folks at Affinity Whole Health, the leaders in the testosterone and hormone replacement therapy industry. I was just talking with them yesterday. Played some golf with them over out at Scarlet. But they're not just here to optimize your testosterone levels. No, they are here for weight loss as well. That's right. Affinity, they can help you lose weight and alleviate the symptoms that come with low testosterone. Affinity, they offer semaglutide injections as well, in addition to their testosterone treatments. So you can say goodbye to low energy, low libido, and say hello to weight loss and muscle gain. You can go shirtless on Bourbon Street, feel great about it, just like me, shirtless at the pool, cruise around, live your best life, and feel the best you possibly can by going to Feel Great Columbus. That is feelgreatcolumbus.com.
Bruce Feldman from The Athletic has his way too early preseason picks for the CFP. Wait until you hear who he left off. We'll do that next. Morning Juice on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Early commuters will find a bit of a slowdown due to an accident on Georgesville Road near 270. Also, keep in mind, construction will slow you down here and there. Your 3rd Street ramp to 70 eastbound remains closed as some construction work happens in the area. Taking a look at traffic this morning on the east side, 270 at East Broad. Traffic here is still pretty light. I'm Heather Pasco for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. BMI Federal Credit Union has been voted best credit union for the past 6 years in a row by CBUS Top Picks. Visit BMIFCU.org to learn more.
It's a summer savings extravaganza at Kemba Financial Credit Union. You pick how you want your money to grow. Choose a limited time 13-month certificate at up to 5.25% annual percentage yield to lock in your savings with a $500 minimum deposit, or enjoy access to your funds anytime with a money market at 4.75% APY intro rate until October 31st with a $5,000 minimum balance and a $1 million maximum. Visit Kemba.org for details. Restrictions apply. Advantage status required. Federally insured by NCUA.
We always come through for you when you need us to. That's ECO's promise to you. And for AC repair and installation, that means today, not tomorrow. If you have an air-conditioned breakdown, we'll get a tech out to your home today. Or we'll give you a year's EcoFi Advantage membership for free. And make no mistake, we're a repair, not replace company. Our techs are trained to give you all your repair options. Sometimes, though, it just makes more financial sense to replace. And that's where we really come through for you when you need us to. Because we'll replace your AC system same day. No sleeping overnight in a hot, humid house. Or we'll take $1,500 off the cost of your new system and provide you with portable AC units for your bedroom. That's what coming through for you when you need us to means. So if you need AC repair, Call ECO for same-day service. We'll get your home cool again. We'll make it happen today.
At geteco.com.
Hey there, friends. It's Bo Bishop here, and I want you to picture this. Cannonballs into the lake, s'mores at the fire pit, sleeping under the stars. Well, that could be you when you visit my friends at RCD RV. RCD is having its summer open house, and you don't want to miss it. Huge RV savings all month long in June. New travel trailers as low as $14,995. The area's widest selection, over 600 new and pre-owned RVs in stock. Start your summer adventure at RCD RV. Visit one of the 3 Central Ohio locations or online anytime at rcdrv.com.
Want to see some football players try to play softball? Join us for Schmidt's Cardale Jones charity softball game.
Why picnic when you can schmicknick? And presented by Monogram Homes and the U.S. Air Force. The Fan.
So, you've noticed something wrong with your roof. You don't know where to begin. And the thought of finding the right company to handle this important piece of your home is a bit overwhelming. Let Newman Roofing make it easy for you. First, start with a company who has built a trustworthy reputation for the last 32 years. We've got you covered. Then, when you ask us what makes us different from other roofing companies, we can tell you 3 things: our policies, customer experience, and most importantly, our people. At Newman Roofing, we have a team of professionals that take pride in their work, focusing on making sure every single question you ask gets answered thoroughly and thoughtfully, every step of the way. After all, we're here to support you, so you understand what's going on with your roof and you can make the best decision to fit your needs. Let us be the difference for you. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF, or visit us online at newmanroofing.com. Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof.
Hey, are you having a hard time dealing with high-interest credit card debt? It's normal, and a SoFi personal loan could help you save thousands by consolidating your DEBT to one low fixed monthly payment. You could get $5,000 to $100,000 as soon as the same day you sign, with no fees required. It only takes 60 seconds to view your rate, and it won't affect your credit score. View your rate at SoFi.com/paid off. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions at SoFi.com/paid off. NMLS 696891.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
Morning Juice is sponsored by Affinity Whole Health, the leader in testosterone and hormone replacement therapy. FeelGreatColumbus.com. The Fan.
Bobby played football for Bill Parcells and Bill Belichick. Beamer played football for a drunk named Joe who worked at the gas station. You're listening to Morning Juice.
Morning Juice, thanks for tuning in today. Appreciate that. Bruce Feldman from The Athletic put out what he thinks, Bobby, will be the way the CFP will play out this year as far as the 12 teams that are in it. And he's got Ohio State as the 1 seed, Georgia 2, Florida State 3, and Bodie's team, not Notre Dame, the other team Bodie likes, 4.
Who's the other team Bodie likes?
Bodie, who's the other team you like?
Florida State?
No?
Florida State.
No.
Come on, Carp. Utah.
Utah, that's Bodie's team.
Okay, so the Big 12 champs are Utah. Hold on. So list off those first
Ohio
4.
State, Georgia, Florida State, Utah.
Oh, okay. So that's right. You said Florida State's 3. Okay. All right. So that's your Big 10, SEC, Big 12, ACC champs.
Those are the ones right there.
Notre Dame, of note, is ineligible for the first 4 seeds.
Yes, they are. I like saying ineligible with Notre Dame because I think it just makes Notre Dame fans mad when you say they're ineligible for anything. Because it makes it sound like it's a scandal or it's like they broke a rule.
Well, they are. I mean, that's factually accurate. They chose to remain independent. You have to be.
They took the money.
I don't know if they get took the money.
They definitely didn't take the money because if they wanted the money, they'd be in the Big Ten.
They don't share their money with anybody, though.
Yeah, but they don't.
But they get way less.
They get much less.
Then why the hell do they do it, Bodie?
Because Tito, in this world, you got to stand for what's right.
Okay.
Stand for what's right. Independence. They celebrate their Independence Day.
Right. That's what they do.
Bill Pullman over
You know
there.
what Jack Swarbrick said?
What's that?
So we use 3 words: God, country, Notre Dame. We use these words as the backbone of a life spent invading Notre Dame's football and independence. You use them as a punchline.
That's right.
Colonel Jack Swarbrick Jessup.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
Did see that one.
You've seen A Few Good Men?
Not the whole thing. Most of it, though, I saw.
Oh, my gosh.
No, not from the beginning. I've seen the, halfway through to the end on that one. But it's great, though. I love the courtroom scenes.
Why haven't you watched the whole thing?
I think I was probably watching Law & Order that day.
Oh, my God. You're as bad as my wife. I've seen every Law & Order that there was until 2000 and whatever. And eventually I'm like, I'm done with this. I'm done watching these mindless courtroom dramas.
There's a study out there.
What's the study? Okay, let's hear this.
Okay, there's a study why we rewatch movies and TV shows that we've seen before. We rewatch them.
It's not even that. I'm done watching even the new ones. I don't care.
I don't watch the new ones.
They're basically the same thing as what they were.
I've seen every episode to a certain point multiple times.
Yes.
Multiple times, yeah.
And I'm done.
I'm done with it, though.
I'm done with all that stuff. I don't watch. My parents are rewatching NCIS, trying to lure my kids in. They're grooming them to watch this nonsense. My wife, they want to watch this at the house. I go, can we watch something that's well produced, that's good TV?
Like Barney Miller.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, gosh, Bobby.
Barney Fife?
No, Andy Griffith show's a great one, too, but yeah. The number 5 seed, by the way, Texas, will be taking on number 12, Memphis in this world.
So Memphis will be the
group of 5.
Group of 5.
Yep. The number 6 seed, Oregon, taking on Miami, who's 11.
Okay, so that's the second Big Ten team getting in. I'm impressed that he has Miami in there.
Me too. 7 seed Ole Miss against 10 seed Penn State.
It's amazing because those two teams will be the third place teams from their respective conferences. Right. And I think no one will benefit more or should benefit more than from the 12-team conference than Penn State.
Oh, yeah. James Franklin's job security it got a little better now. In fact,
he could never get past Ohio State or Michigan.
Right. And now it'll be Oregon. You can't get past either. But
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know. Now, you get in the playoff, though, you're okay.
Maybe the fourth place team in the Big Ten or SEC, you're getting in, which is the same thing for Lane Kiffin. You don't have to be better than Alabama
or Georgia
or LSU. You just have to be third, maybe fourth, and LSU's a little bit down this year.
Yep.
It's just due to losses. So it's a much better situation. So
so Brian Kelly is still the head coach there.
That's
so you're getting 2 losses.
Party of 1. Your table is now available.
You can say, okay, Bodie, let me ask you this.
Okay.
Do you think there's anybody else in the last 30 years that could have done a better job at Notre Dame than Brian Kelly?
Oh, yeah.
Who's that?
I mean, the best coaches. Saban, Meyer.
Tressel,
Do
yeah.
you think there's a reason why they weren't at Notre Dame?
Probably because it was harder to win than it was at Ohio State, Florida, et cetera.
And there you go. So do you think anybody that would have taken that job could have done a better job than Brian Kelly?
I mean, not at that time. But
there was also in the last 30 years, pre-94 doesn't count.
No, I know. I don't care. I was alive. I was born in 96, so I'm not worried about that.
Since you've been alive.
But I also think there's a huge difference between, his first 7-8 years there was incredibly disappointing.
It was rough.
And that was, I think he gets too much credit for just he was better than Charlie Weiss and Tyron Willingham. And it's that's
fine.
And
Bob Davie.
Once again, we're clearing a low bar there.
Oh, gosh, what's his name?
Who was that? You had Willingham, you had Weiss.
Just
you
those
had
3.
No, you had someone else in there.
No, you definitely
you did. He was hired.
Oh,
the guy
George
O'Leary.
George O'Leary.
Yeah, right. That's true. Yes.
I guess that one, I don't count that one as much as the other.
You don't have to.
He got Babcocked, right, Bobby? Is that what happened?
No. But I just think I got tired of the whole man, we're just so fortunate to have him. And it's he can recruit better. God forbid we ever have a good quarterback. Marcus Freeman's about to land 2 5-star quarterbacks in back-to-back classes. Kelly never did that. And the ones he did bring in that were supposed to be good, he completely failed in every direction possible.
Tommy Rees is the tight end coach for the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
It was a joke.
I mean, that's the truth, though.
Go ahead.
I'll say the 8-9 game, Bobby, in this.
All right, let's just where the big...
This right here is, this is what's interesting when you look at this. I would sign up for this bracket right away.
3 Big Ten, 3 SEC teams, 2 ACC. Do we have a second Big 12 team in there yet? I don't think we do. It's just Utah, right?
Yes, Utah's the only Big 12 team.
And then
on the
Memphis
docket
is the
right
group
now.
of 5. Okay, so let's hear what the final 2 are.
So the winner of this game would play Ohio State. It would be played in South Bend, Indiana, the first game. Alabama at Notre Dame, the 9 against 8.
The rematch of 2012. The game
And
that
2020.
the game that shouldn't even have been.
Right. So, Bob, you look at that. Like, right now, you'd have Notre Dame hosting Alabama in the first round. You'd have Texas hosting Memphis, Ole Miss hosting Penn State, and Miami at Oregon in all those games. So the winner of the Notre Dame-Alabama game would play Ohio State. The winner of Texas and Memphis would play Utah. The winner of Ole Miss-Penn State would play Georgia. And the winner of Oregon and Miami plays Florida State. I'd sign up for that. I'd take that right now. But obviously, omitted now, you're looking
I don't think Miami's getting in.
You don't think they are? Okay. No. So the teams that come to mind when I first see who got omitted there's 2 teams I thought of, and there's 2 teams he mentioned, Feldman mentioned his article, though, were Missouri, who I think has a really good chance this year at being in the playoff.
I think that's correct.
And Michigan.
I think Missouri has a better chance than Michigan.
So do I.
Missouri's returning a lot.
Yeah.
And the problem is with Michigan, and maybe they do slide in. I mean, they just lost a ton. They had
Their
more
whole
players.
line is gone. Yeah.
They had more. Their quarterback, who you can say whatever you want about him, but he was
Krenzel.
Was he?
I think he was. I think he was Krenzel.
He was taken in. Was he a top 10 pick?
Oh no, yeah. So I'm saying in college he was Krenzel. Is what I think. Krenzel was.
He's a first-round quarterback.
He's a first-round quarterback. I agree with that. But I'm
Whether
saying
that's right or wrong, that's factually accurate.
That's accurate. But I'm saying I think that he though is his college, the way he played in college, the success he had, I think is a lot like Krenzel. Krenzel did very well at Ohio State because he had a great running game and he had a great defense. Certainly helped out Krenzel. I think McCarthy's the same way.
Then if that's the case, the Minnesota Vikings just got sold a bill of goods.
McCarthy might be a better pro than Krenzel. He should be a better pro than Krenzel. I'm saying just in college, though, what his responsibilities were akin to what Krenzel's were.
Yeah, but I would say he's more talented.
I thought Krenzel never got a fair shake in the NFL. I know I'm in the minority saying that, but I wanted to see Krenzel be a starter for an entire year.
He was a starter for an entire year.
He wasn't. Not
with the Bears.
I don't think he started the whole year. I think he got some starts in there. I think he got benched at some point. I don't think he was the starter the whole year.
If you get benched at some point,
I want to see a full year. I want to see a full year.
This isn't like 1 year free of repercussion. Like you're responsible for your film, and I'm not saying you should or you shouldn't. I'll have to go back and look at this and read. I'm not going to. You know what? We'll bring this up later.
All right. The Schmitz Cardale Jones Celebrity Softball game is coming. Why picnic when you can?
Schmitnick.
And it's presented by Monogram Homes and the U.S. Air Force, Saturday, July 20th, 6:30 p.m. at Huntington Park. I almost said 6:30 o'clock there, Bobby. Current Ohio State players versus former Ohio State players. The captains, Cardale Jones for the former players, Emeka Ibuka for current players. Tickets are only $10 and are available today at BuckeyeCruise.com. So make sure you go check that out. Ibuka certainly can hit the ball. And every time I talk to Tyvis and we bring up Cardale Jones, he said Cardale Jones is right around 300 pounds right now. I don't know if it's accurate or not.
I would say that's. I don't know if he's quite that big, but he's a beefy dude.
He said if he's not 300, he's 299 and a half. So he can maybe take a sock off and get under 300. But yes, he is 300 pounds according to.
Tyvis is rounded into form. He went from a safety to maybe a box linebacker.
He went to a backup is what he did there. Coming next, some quick hitters. The running back secured a deal in the NFL. Stop the presses. We'll talk about that next. This is Morning Juice on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Traffic's moving pretty well for the early drive. The earlier accident, Georgesville Road near 270, has cleared, and traffic there is right back to posted speeds. Plan for some construction here and there to slow things. On the south side, 71, both north and southbound at State Route 56. We do have some on and off lane closures here for part of a long-term project. And Front Street is blocked between West Fulton and West Mount. I'm Heather Pasco for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
Common Man and T-Bone here for the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
It's our absolute favorite place to go for that live VIP sportsbook experience. 12,000 square feet of sportsbook action. 2 huge walls of TVs, not to mention delicious food and drink. But your experience can be even better if you download the Penn Play app.
Yep, you can get up to $140 in rewards. It's so easy, dummies like us can do it. Got to download the free Penn Play app today and cash in your bonuses. Plus, you never know, and you'll see Man and I lurking around.
I'm lurking. Must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It was a quiet night in Columbus, maybe a little too quiet. Me, Philip Flapper, plumbing detective. I was finishing up for the night when she walked in. Long hair, 2 legs. a couple of arms, a nose, elbows. Pretty standard equipment for this neighborhood. I looked at her, she looked at me, and then we did that thing where we both spoke at the same time. What can I do for you? I'm sorry, that was awkward. We went on to talk about clogs, funny odors, water going down the drain too slow. This is above my pay grade, I told her, and gave her this website, apexpros.com. They're the pros who knows, the kinds of plumbers who don't mind getting their hands dirty. And believe me, what's down those pipes is dirty. Ugh, call the pros, Apex Pros. And that was it. She walked out of my life, using those legs I told you about earlier.
Hi, it's Alex, the friendly Apex Bear from Apex Pros. Apex plumbers are the pros who knows. ApexPros.com.
O'Reilly.
Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
If you're obsessed with fantasy sports and gambling things, we have the slightly above average radio show for you. On the Money with Dave Biddle and Scotty Vegas.
Presented by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
Sunday morning at 9 on The Fan.
The best outcomes for treating cancer come from early detection and early diagnosis.
The James Cancer Diagnostic Center at Ohio State
is designed to provide rapid evaluation and a clear diagnosis.
We are transforming care by giving patients direct access.
The cancer experts who study and treat cancer every day.
If you think you have cancer, the choice is clear.
Choose the James Cancer Diagnostic Center.
You expect your home to protect everything you love, but you don't expect the ways water is breaking down your basement and damaging your home. Mold, cracks, and of course visible water are just a few signs your basement is compromised. But there's one way to get answers to all your concerns. A free home inspection from Ohio Basement Authority. We put water back in its place. Get your free inspection at ohiobasementauthority.com.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you. Discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at Hims, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/joy and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Let's get a look at your weather report heading into your Friday. A lot of sunshine out there today. An air quality alert has been issued until midnight tonight. Meanwhile, the heat advisory expires at 8 p.m. on Saturday night. Today, we're going 95 under sunny skies. And then going into Saturday, look for sunny skies with a high of 96. I'm meteorologist Dylan Robichaud with your Doppler 10 forecast on 97.1 The Fan.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Patriot Air Comfort Systems in Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep your home comfortable. The Fan.
Beamer is tweeting about Formula One.
Oh, hells yes.
Bobby is tweeting Rick Springfield concert video. Both are a cry for help.
This is one twisted mother.
This is Morning Juice.
All right, Morning Juice. Beamer's back on Monday, by the way. Shark back on Monday too, Bobby. Is that correct? Was this a quick vacation jaunt for him?
Yeah, I believe Shark will be back. He was in Michigan. Beam he is in Michigan as well. Both of them are Michiganders right now.
Michiganders. All right. Let's do some quick hitters.
Morning Juice presents Quick Hitters.
Bodie, how are you today, my friend?
I spent the whole commercial break counting up all the games that Brian Kelly never should have lost at Notre Dame.
That's what we do.
And I didn't even get halfway through. We'll start with the NFL, guys. In 3 years with New England, Ramondre Stevenson has rushed for a little over 2,000 yards and 14 touchdowns. On Thursday, yesterday, the Pats signed him to a 4-year extension worth $36 million, just $17 million guaranteed, though. Tito, seems like a solid deal for a solid running back.
I think so, too. I don't. Stevens is not an elite running back by any stretch, but I also don't think the Patriots need to spend big on a running back, an elite running back. So 4 years, $36 million. No one, I don't think, expects him to get the 4 years, $36 million complete stuff. But $17 million guaranteed is good for him. Running backs are they're a relic now when it comes to salaries, when it comes to the way they get used, because they just churn and burn them all the time. And so they have a short shelf life. I think this is a pretty fair deal for Stevenson and the Patriots, Bobby.
Yeah, this is what they need to do. They've got other issues they obviously have to address. They drafted Drake May to be their quarterback. They want to make sure that they're developing him. You want to make sure you build pieces around him to be able to have a successful offense and not overpay your running backs. The only running back really worth paying that I know of in the NFL, based on what they do right now, is Christian McCaffrey.
Right.
Because he's so versatile. He can do a lot of different things. But outside of that, this is a fair market deal for a running back that's provided you solid service.
It ends, so he's on the last year of his rookie deal right now. So this is just going to, that's the way they should do it probably, is he doesn't get tagged this way, and he gets a guaranteed money of $17 million. That's good for him. So yeah, I think this is a win for the running back position in the NFL.
Sticking with the NFL, now former Browns defensive end Lonnie Phelps was charged with drunk driving Wednesday night after police said he crashed his SUV into a Florida restaurant.
That's so amazing.
We've all been there. He also faces a charge for damaging property. Phelps was originally signed as an undrafted free agent with Cleveland in May of 2023 and spent this past season on the practice squad. The Browns did waive him on Thursday yesterday after all this went down. They say make it hard for them to cut you when you're a borderline roster guy. Bobby Phelps did not do himself any favors.
Oh, believe me, it's remarkable. The fact that he crashed, when I saw this yesterday, I'm like, this dude crashed into a restaurant? I mean, goodness gracious, man. Let's, number one, let's be safe out there. And driving under the influence, obviously, is not recommended, and that's why it's illegal. But the fact that you crashed into a restaurant, there are people in there eating that off.
Right.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe were they still eating? What time?
I don't know.
What time did that crash happen?
Let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
Bobby, they still have the thing where, could he
Uber? Yeah,
Uber. No, but does the NFL still do? It was the NFL as a whole does something where you can call.
They used to have it. I doubt they do anymore because that was before Uber.
Uber. Okay.
Well, they had a deal where you could go before Uber.
Right.
Was a thing where you could call, and they would have someone come pick you up and drive your car home for you. Because that's the big thing is guys they're just get a cab. I don't want to leave my car.
My Ferrari here or whatever.
Or whatever it is. And so they had that in place, and they would come and drive you back. But now it's just Uber. What are you doing?
Uber both ways.
Yes.
You know you're going to drink.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Be smart about it. You ran into a freaking restaurant.
Shortly before 8 p.m., the story says.
So people were sitting there eating.
It sounds like people sitting there eating. Yes. Good Lord.
You're lucky you didn't kill anybody, man.
Yeah, seriously.
You're an undrafted free agent.
Yeah.
Good job.
It astounds me. Yes, you're right. With how readily available, you don't have to go out and hail a cab anymore. You call Uber, you call Lyft, whatever. You don't have to go out there and wait for someone to come pick you up necessarily. They will tell you we're on our way. You'll know when to go out there to get it. You don't have to go out there and look to hail a taxi like you had to do back in.
Hail a taxi.
Yes.
Bodie, have you ever hailed a taxi?
I have not. Nope.
That's the 411 on that, Bobby. What do you got next for us, Bodie?
All right, guys. Boxing star Ryan Garcia has been suspended 1 year after he reached a settlement with the New York State Athletic Commission following his positive test for the performance-enhancing drug Ostarine. I think I'm saying that right, hopefully. The suspension is retroactive to Garcia's April 20th decision victory over Devin Haney, which has been overturned to a no contest. Tito, you're the boxing guy here, so
yes.
What are your thoughts on this one?
My thought, the reason I wanted to put this in here was because, Bob, we talk about the thing with Butch Reynolds, right? And how you can't get that time back. That he was erroneously banned. You can't get that prime back. You can't get another Olympic run back. The gold medal chance you had, you can't get any of that back. And when I looked at this and saw this, that's what I thought about was, Devin Haney trained his ass off to get ready for this fight and gets beat by a guy who tests positive for something afterwards. He doesn't get that. He could have fought somebody else. It was a loss. I know now it's a no contest, so his perfect record's still intact. But nonetheless, he wasted time getting ready for something that ended up being a no contest. And I think there should be a stricter penalty, a heavier penalty, if something like this happens for the boxer that tests positive.
What would you like? What would you want to see him have happen? What would be a stricter penalty?
A 3-year ban.
Okay.
I would do something like that. And monetarily, he got fined $10,000. He had to give some other money back as well. But
why don't you make him give back the entirety of the purse that he was bringing in?
I would do that. It's fine. I'm okay with that. Also, I'm just saying though the time factor that Haney had.
So if you test positive, you should have to give back every dime that you had from the fight. You give it to the other boxer so they get the whole purse.
That'd be a step in the right direction.
That would be punitive enough, I think, that people would never do that again.
So,
or at least think heavily before they decide to do it.
And he is claiming that Garcia is claiming that he had to forfeit his purse altogether. I guess his purse was
good.
$1.2 million. His guaranteed earnings were millions more. It says on this.
All that should have to be given to give it to the loser or to the guy who you fight who was not on performance enhancers.
So, the way that it's being presented, obviously, is that Ryan was legal to results. He never intentionally took any banned substance.
What does that mean, intentionally?
That's what I was asking about, Bobby. We hear people say when they get test positive for something that they end up saying, "Oh, I had no idea." Is that reasonable at all or not?
I don't know what that means. You're responsible for what goes in your body.
Right.
That's what they told us in the NFL.
All right, that's it for the quick hitters. Thank you, Bodie, for that. Coming up next. We will hit you with a re-rack. We've got a Game 6 tonight in the Stanley Cup Final. We'll talk about that. This is Morning Juice on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Friday, commuters are happy to find pretty clear and quiet conditions. I'm not seeing any accidents. The earlier problem, Georgesville Road near 270, is out of the way. Taking a look at some drive times this morning. 71 north from 70 to Polaris Parkway. That's taking just 12 minutes. And you look on time, 71 southbound from 70 to the county line there. That's a 25-minute drive. I'm Heather Pasco for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Buckeye Lake Marina, your go-to destination for all your on-the-water needs. The good life, the lake life, starts at Buckeye Lake Marina.
Raising Cane's iced tea is the official iced tea of me, iced tea. Now, I heard some people order their box combos with water. Listen, water is for fishes and snitches, Jack. Chill out with Cane's iced tea this summer. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
When it comes to your roof, there's really one team to call, Newman Roofing. From the first call to the final nail, our team of professionals will be there every step of the way, answering any questions you have throughout the entire process. So give Newman Roofing a call today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visit us online at newmanroofing.com.
With Tire Discounter's new TD Chat BS, we can detect deception over the phone. Let's call a typical tire store.
Yellow, cheapo tire where we bolt them on for less.
Yes, I am in need of tires and lubricant for my vehicle.
Great, come on in. We'll slap on some new tires.
And what about the lubricant exchange?
Oh, yeah. We send you over to Ollie's Oil for that.
Location?
They're right down the road. I can almost see them from here.
Deception. Destination is 5.2 miles away.
Well, I'll be.
I may also need braking analysis.
Oh, Bert's Brakes will take good care of you.
Calculating. Time and distance for 2 additional trips.
You mean you want to do tires, oil change, and brakes all in one fell swoop?
Exactly. I observe that Tire Discounters is close by.
Ugh, Tire Discounters.
And they are experts at oil changes, brakes, shocks, and...
I'm losing you. I'm losing...
Hello? I'm sorry. Your system has crashed.
Stop in today for Savor the Summer Savings.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I need directions for paying down debt.
Starting route. Apply for a SoFi personal loan and consolidate your debt into one fixed payment. Turn right. into a positive outlook and get $5,000 to $100,000 as soon as the same day you sign, with no fees required.
Got it. You could get out of high-interest credit card debt with a SoFi personal loan. View your rate at SoFi.com/debt in 60 seconds with no impact to your credit score. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions at SoFi.com/debt. NMLS 696891.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good morning. I'm Buddy Wells. Starting with baseball, Andrés Jimenez had a 2-run blast, and Will Brennan had a pair of solo homers to lead Cleveland to a 6-3 win over Seattle yesterday afternoon. The Guards took 2 out of the 3-game set against the Mariners. They'll host Toronto tonight in Cleveland at 7:10. The Redlegs were off on Thursday. They'll host the Red Sox tonight in Cincinnati. That game will also get underway at 7:10. Hockey tonight, it's Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final between the Panthers and Oilers in Edmonton. Face-off is at 8. Florida leads the series 3-2, but Edmonton has won the last 2 games to force a Game 6. And in soccer tomorrow night, the Crew play their first home game in 6 weeks as they host Sporting Kansas City. Kickoff at the LDC tomorrow night is at 7:30. This update is sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Earn a $200 cash bonus at BMI Federal Credit Union when you open a new free checking account. Visit bmifcu.org/free. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Just a couple of dudes being guys.
What's better than this? Guys being dudes.
You're listening to Morning Juice.
Morning Juice, Tito, Bobby Carpenter, Caleb with you. Thank you so much for tuning in on this Friday. Bobby, let's do what we always do at this time. How about a little bit of a re-rack?
Keeping you informed about what's trending this morning. It's time for a little re-rack on Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Billiards Plus, your destination for top-of-the-line grills with up to 30-year warranties. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Bobby, the Reds host the Red Sox tonight at 7:10. And that's always a big deal because of the 1975 World Series. I know you weren't alive. I know Bodie wasn't. I don't know if Bodie's parents were alive back then.
What World Series was
1975.
Okay.
It was the, at the time, regarded as the greatest World Series of all time. There's been some ones that have been pretty good since then, but went 7 games. I believe most of the games decided by 1 run, but it was, you had the Game 6 iconic moment. You saw it in Good Will Hunting with the Carlton Fisk hitting the home run in the 12th inning.
Trying to wave it fair?
Yeah, trying to keep it fair and all that, yes, in Game 6.
The harder you wave, the more it came back.
I think it does work, yes. They call that, the foul pole out there in left field is called Pesky's pole after Johnny Pesky. I don't know why.
Shark has a pole named after him. Up on Sawmill in Bethel.
Okay, Bobby.
They call him the pole assassin.
Listen, Bobby, this is the problem with me doing Morning Juice is because my brain is not there yet. I know I shouldn't have said that.
You're drinking Red Bull,
No, I'm not drinking coffee now.
You were drinking Red Bull.
Yeah, I know. I was saying my mind's not there.
You were drinking coffee from a Keurig?
I'm not going to discuss Bobby, we don't need to bring it up on the air.
I'm just curious.
I don't think she does know that, no.
Well, you were drinking Red Bull earlier, which
a
is
sugar-free
gross.
Red Bull.
I don't care. You could put. I'd rather you have a plate of cocaine here than a Red Bull. That sounds awful.
That's exaggerating, Bobby. You would not rather have me on cocaine.
I would. I've never seen you on that, but I would.
I've never taken cocaine. Never tried cocaine.
Stimulants go.
Yeah.
You just like the smell, don't you?
I like the way. I don't like it. I just like the way it smells. That's what the guy for Quiet Riot said, I believe.
Yeah.
He said I just like the way it smells. I hate what it does, but I like the way it smells.
But you're over there. You were drinking Red Bull.
A sugar-free Red Bull.
That's
yes.
gross. I don't know anybody that drinks Red Bull anymore.
Heather has a sugar-free Red Bull with her vodka.
That sounds awful.
With her vodka from time to time, she will. If she drinks a vodka.
What is this 2006, 2004?
I'm trying to get back there, Bobby.
So my wife used to drink back in the day.
See, we're trying to get back there. Now I know what to bring her for a gift next time we're at a party.
If you brought Court a Red Bull and vodka, she would...
What, she would appreciate it?
No, she would not drink it.
Oh, I bet she would.
1,000% no.
She's so polite, I think she would.
She would take it and then dump it out.
You don't think she would take a sip of it?
She would take a faux sip, a fake sip, and then spit it out.
Faux sip. Guardians over the Mariners last night, 6-3. Cleveland, I don't know how we got on cocaine with the Carlton Fisk home run, but the Guardians beat the Mariners 6-3. They was Toronto at 7-10 tonight. We've got Game 6 Stanley Cup Finals tonight. On the Fans HD2, our coverage starts at 7:30. Edmonton hosting Florida. They dragged the Panthers. Drugged the Panthers? Dragged the Panthers.
They've drugged the Panthers.
Back to Florida? Yeah. Or back to Edmonton, I mean. So,
yes.
Bobby, it feels like this is a very important point in the career of Sergei Bobrovsky.
Ooh, does it?
I think it is.
Chance for him to hoist a cup on his shoulders? You mean playoff Bob?
Look, Bobby, if somehow it's more, there are two positions that get blamed the most for postseason chokes by a team, and that's quarterback and goalie. I mean, those are the ones that get blamed the most.
I would say that's true because they're the two most impactful positions.
You would think, yes. Although there's a lot of, obviously, if a quarterback's not getting protection or if a receiver drops a ball or whatever, or things like that, if fluky things can happen, same thing with defense.
But they'll probably give you a little grace if that's the case.
Elway caught hell for years for going 0-3 in Super Bowls before finally winning 2. But Jim Kelly never got out of that. He went 0-4 in Super Bowls. Like that, the Marino 0-1. Those are things that stick with people. But Bobrovsky, with how he played in the playoffs up through the first 3 games of this series, was nothing short of incredible. And he had finally seemed to have shaken that the inconsistency we
call that the Eddie Money.
The Eddie Money, okay. Like that's what.
Bo, did you get that reference?
He doesn't get Eddie Money.
Can you say it again?
Are you even listening over there?
Kind of, sort of.
He's still looking up Brian Kelly.
I was reading. Yeah, still going. We're just halfway through.
Well, he said that Bob, 3 games through, had kind of shaken.
Yes.
The playoff jinx that he had kind of had. That was the knock on him in Columbus, that he couldn't play well in the big moments in the playoffs. And he had shaken that, and I said we called that the Eddie Money.
Okay, yeah, I do not get that
Shaking,
reference.
snapping her fingers, right? Is that what she was doing?
He has a song called Shaken. Shaken,
yeah.
Oh, and he died a number of years back.
Great video.
Sounds familiar.
You would recognize it.
We could play it.
No, we
get
can't.
Yelled at. Well, we could. We would just get yelled at.
Right.
I wanted to play.
You play it and you get yelled at. How about
I
that?
wanted to play with Chris Pratt's birthday today. The 5,000 Candles in the Wind, rest in peace, Lil Sebastian song from Parks and Rec. But I was told I was not allowed.
Oh, really? You asked?
I did, yep. Got shot down. It wasn't a direct no. It was more of a, I guess. And so I took that as a don't do it. Yeah. So I said, okay.
That's when the wife,
tried.
Yeah, when the wife says, song. I guess, you also, it's no. But yeah, Bobby, I feel like this right here is something that Bobrovsky, if somehow Florida loses this series, he'll still be a Hall of Famer. I get that. He's had a great career, 2, maybe soon to be 3-time Vezina Trophy winner. All those things are true. But this would be a huge.
When you win a Stanley Cup, and you've played as well as he did. Now, obviously, last game wasn't great.
Game before that was even worse.
Yes, but his first 3, like you said, were very good. If he's able to win this tonight, or even win it in 7,
right,
all will be forgotten. You'll only remember the good ones. He'll hoist up a Stanley Cup along with his 2 Vezinas, maybe a 3rd, and people say, hey, great job. Like, you only remember the good stuff from this. You won't, if he wins this and plays well tonight, 10 years from now, you'll wax poetic about it, of how great it is, and you won't remember the bad games. Yeah, I know he struggled a little bit in some of the losses, but how did he do in the wins? Like, that's what you'll lean in on. You always get better as you get older.
Bobby, what would be better, winning Game 6 or winning Game 7 for him? Like for the storylines, for the legacy, all that kind of stuff, I have to believe that losing tonight and winning Game 7 is better than winning tonight.
I think if you win either way, it's good. But playing like shutout or 1-goal hockey into Game 7, even if you're the reason that it went to 7 and wasn't done in 6,
right?
I think
that might be, yeah.
I think you're probably right in that. Like that's the tale that you would tell.
Yes.
Like play a great game in Game 7. Forget about the Game 6. Forget about the Game 5. How did you play when it mattered most? To quote Urban Meyer, when we needed you the most, you gave us your best.
And Bobby,
that's what you would need.
And you think about it, it's all of a sudden it turns into he stopped a 3-game losing streak to win the Stanley Cup. Doesn't matter if you lost three in a row, like after winning 3 in a row and you've choked a couple times in there, but winning that and stopping a 3-game losing streak. The Travelers Championship underway in Connecticut. Tom Kim shot an 8 under par 62. And I'm not going to say gaggle, but a group of golfers, Bobby, were at 6 under, including Ricky Fowler, Will Zalatoris, Scotty Scheffler's 3 back at 65.
Been rocking a lot of Puma lately for my man, Pretty Ricky.
Oh, yes.
I like him.
Yeah,
I want Ricky to win. He hasn't won a major, correct? He's gotten close.
He's gotten close. I don't think he's won a major.
I don't think he ever punched through.
I don't think he ever punched through. He's one of that group of...
Shark and Beam would know that. hope that you would have, but you don't.
I will tell you, Ricky Fowler, I'm looking at it right now. He's been second at the Masters, second at the U.S. Open, second at the British Open, and third at the PGA.
Yeah, that's tough. A lot of bridesmaids in there.
A lot of bridesmaids in there,
And he was second in the PGA, or third in the PGA, second in the U.S. Open, and second in the British, all in 2014.
All in 2014, all in the same year,
Gosh,
yeah.
It's been 10 years.
I know.
Like, he burst onto the scene and was supposed to be one of the great ones, and he's faded off.
I do root for him, though.
I like him. He's only 35 years old. I mean, he'll be 36 this year. I would love to see him have success.
And I've had people that I know have had interactions with him, like, as a fan, and they've always said he's like just one of the nicest guys.
Really?
You'll meet, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's heartwarming.
Yes.
So he's in the lead right now? Or in that
no,
group?
he's what the group's sticking under yet. Tom Kim's at 62, and Fowler, Zalatoris, part of the group, they're at 60. What are they are 2 back at 6 under, so they shot 64s, and then Scheffler 3 back at 65. Curious how Scheffler. I was curious how he would play coming off what's been going on lately with him in his last, at what happened at the U.S. Open. But it's there's some good names at the top of the leaderboard. Makes it more fun to watch when you got that. I'm not.
You're gonna watch any golf this Sunday enough?
Not this Sunday. I probably won't, but I will watch it today and tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah, I might watch. I might watch a little Sunday. Maybe.
What tournament is this?
This is the Travelers Championship being played in Connecticut.
Yeah, I'm not watching any of that.
I think it's the elevated field, though.
I don't care if it's elevated.
Well, the elevated field, though, Bobby, there's more big names in it. You know what I mean?
I don't care, though. Like, none of those guys mean anything to me.
It's $20 million purse in this
That's great. The purse can be massive. Like, all those things are good. There's just nothing there that's going to get me going. Bodie, you going to watch any of this tournament?
I am not. Nope.
If Ricky's in contention, you won't watch it on Sunday?
No.
If it's like a Ricky and Scheffler final pairing?
I don't care if it's Arnold Palmer and Jack Nicklaus playing.
Well, that'd be
something.
You have to watch. Yeah, if Arnold Palmer's back playing,
that's my point.
Yeah, then you got to watch that.
I picked someone who was purposefully deceased.
I think you. See. I'm gonna push back. I think you would have watched it if Arnold Palmer came back to life to play against Nicklaus. I think you'd watch it.
All right, maybe I would watch that.
That's what I mean. So
I'd be in on that.
Yeah, I'd be on that one too.
But it's not a major. Like, Bodie, how many golf tournaments do you watch that are non-major events?
Well, Memorial. One.
Okay.
And I don't even watch all that.
Of course not.
I'm
just talking on Sunday.
Yeah.
How many majors do you watch those on Sunday?
I mean, like, I'm extremely casual golf. Like, I'll throw it on.
But you work at a sports radio station, Bodie. You're the demographic that I want to target in on. How many of the 4 majors do you watch a decent chunk of?
0.
There you go.
Yeah.
I've tried to tell Shark and Beam this, and they don't listen to me. And then Shark kind of like tacitly acknowledges that I'm correct. I'm just telling you. Like, you don't watch this? I go, no, it's Sunday and it's nice. It's outside. We're in Columbus, Ohio. If it was the winter and it was freezing cold, then maybe I would watch it. But I would much rather be doing something else active and outside. If it's rainy, or I'll throw it on. If it's, a couple of great golfers for like majors, yes. But I'm not watching anything outside of that, outside of the Memorial.
Bobby, I'm with you on those parts.
I could give 2 craps of who wins whatever this tournament is in Connecticut.
It is not. It's never appointment watching TV for me. I don't make a point of it I don't say, okay, I'm gonna sit down and watch it. But
you don't schedule an appointment to watch it,
right? To watch tournaments other than the majors than the Memorial. But if I know that if I'm hanging out with some buddies and by the pool or whatever, and there's a TV there, I'll sit there and watch it. And we'll talk about it.
Okay, if it's just on in front of me,
right.
and I don't have the ability to change it, I'll probably watch. But that's about the extent of it.
All right, coming up next, will the CBJ look to trade Elvis in the offseason? The answer might surprise you. We'll talk about that next. Morning Juice on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Heading out for the Friday drive, you'll find some building traffic volumes on the east side, 270 at McCutcheon. Everyone's moving at posted speeds here in either direction. Just plan for some hazy sunshine so far today. On the north side, 270 at Smoky Row Road. We do have pretty light traffic volumes here. Good news for the morning drive. Not seeing any accidents. It looks like your drive times are pretty good as well. 71 from Polaris Parkway to 70. That's just a 12-minute drive. I'm Heather Pasco for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Glow Fiber. Glow Fiber Business is now in Ohio. With prepackaged and customized fully fiber optic business internet solutions, call 1-833-WANT-GLOW or visit glowfiberbusiness.com today.
At Hollywood Casino Columbus, you're always in the driver's seat. Don't miss our $50,000 trucker cash giveaway at Hollywood Columbus. Pick between driving off in a brand new 2025 Ram 1500 or $40,000 in Penn slot play or $30,000 in cash. Grand prize awarded on Saturday, June 29th. Earn entries on your slot and table gameplay all month long. For more information, visit HollywoodColumbus.com. Must be 21 or over to play. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Get your air conditioner fixed fast. Call Care Heating and Cooling, 1-800-COOLING.
Life. It's full of strange twists and unexpected surprises. But at AAA, it's always been our policy to look on the plus side. And our AAA Plus members tend to take the same view. Take Martin, for example. Last Monday, his morning coffee surprised him with an extra 10 degrees of Fahrenheit. Ouch! It was just the jolt of energy he needed to start the day. Later, when his shirt was targeted by the mustard on his burger, he became a proud trendsetter.
Martin, looking good.
And when he walked face first into a sparkling glass door, he was happy to provide some much-needed entertainment for his coworkers.
I'm okay.
And of course, when his car battery took early retirement, Martin felt no resentment. He knew there was a plus side. AAA's expert roadside assistance was only a call away.
Hello, AAA. Are you in a safe location?
While we can't all be like Martin, we can become a AAA Plus member and experience the peace of mind that comes with living on the plus side. Towing is subject to a 7-day waiting period. Terms and conditions apply.
Raising Cane's iced tea is the official iced tea of me, iced tea. Now, I've heard some people don't order iced tea with their box combos. I've also heard some people spontaneously combust. Sip on that for a while. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
The Buckeye Show.
Jim Lachey back in the day just pointing or running that way.
We going right here, and it's not a dang thing you can do about it.
Don't you love that?
The Buckeye Show.
Sponsored by CareSource.
Weeknights at 6 on The Fan.
Another day is here, and you're ready for it. What to wear? Check. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Check. Planning for what's next and how to save for it? That's where Bank of America can help. For your financial to-dos, Bank of America has experts ready to help get you closer to your goals. Get started at one of our Central Ohio financial centers or 24/7 in our mobile banking app. Find a location near you at bankofamerica.com/talktous. What would you like the power to do? Mobile banking requires downloading the app and is only available for select devices. Message and data rates may apply. Bank of America N.A., member FDIC.
Did somebody say free diamond bracelet? That's right. Diamonds Direct is expanding upon their best offer yet. Make any purchase this month and receive a free diamond tennis bracelet valued at $2,000. That's right. Any engagement ring, any diamond necklace, any timepiece. Purchase any item valued at $10,000 or more and receive a stunning diamond tennis bracelet at no extra cost. Every purchase of $10,000 or more qualifies. So hurry into Diamonds Direct. Your chance to get a free tennis bracelet ends June 30th. Details at diamondsdirect.com.
Do you know someone struggling to figure out their mental health benefits? The Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office is here to help. Find us at insurance.ohio.gov/GETMHIA or call us at 855-438-6442. Don't wait. The Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office can help you figure out what mental health insurance benefits may be in their plan. Call us today at 855-438-6442.
Every year, Adult Protective Services receives thousands of reports of elder abuse, exploitation, and neglect in Ohio. When a report is received, Adult Protective Services can check in and provide help if needed. If someone you know is showing signs of elder maltreatment, don't hesitate to call 855-OHIO-APS. Let's work together to help every Ohioan age safely.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Good morning. Happy Friday. It is sunny and hot out there today. Temperatures get up to about 95 today. Tonight, look for partly cloudy skies, low around 72. Also, look for that full strawberry moon tonight. It should be gorgeous after sunset. Heading into tomorrow, we're going 96 under sunny skies. Rain returns on Sunday. It'll be cooler and less humid. I'm meteorologist Dylan Robichaud with your Doppler 10 forecast on 97.1 The Fan.
FanDuel is the exclusive online sportsbook partner of Morning Juice. Just sign up at FanDuel.com/juice. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
If you can find a show that's closer to Buckeye football, it would be hosted by Ryan Day. You're listening to Morning Juice.
Morning Juice, thank you so much for tuning in today. We appreciate your time on this Friday. You know, Bobby, the Don Waddell thing, that the new guy in charge for the Jackets.
He's going to be Don Waddell till he wins.
Don Waddell, okay. Anyway,
when he starts winning, then he'll go by Waddell.
I like how...
But I do enjoy what he's doing and how he's doing it.
I like how boldly upfront he is about things. Okay? Like, he got rid of Pascal.
Unabashedly honest.
There you go. I was going to say honest because the quote I was going to read had honest with. That's why I was trying to look for a word to use other than honest. But he was talking to The Athletic about Elvis Merzlikins. Now, remember, Elvis last year... There was a time when he was like benched. He was the third goalie and all of that. There was he maybe demanded a trade. The Jackets maybe wanted to trade him. He's got the big contract, inconsistent, up and down, all these kinds of things. And Waddell was asked about this, and this is what he said about Elvis's future in Columbus. This was in The Athletic. This is Porty's story. Let's be honest. Nobody is going to trade for that contract. Nobody. People say, well, why don't you buy out the contract? It's a 6-year buyout, and there are years 3, 4, 5, and 6 when you might need that cap space. So you've eliminated those two options. So he didn't come out and say, we'll do what's best for the team. Whatever. He said, look, no one's going to take the contract. Nobody's going to pay. No one's going to trade for Elvis because he's overpaid is essentially what he was saying there.
Well, it's easy for him to say that because he didn't sign him to the deal.
Right.
And so that's what's when you have a new GM or president or head coach, like these guys aren't tied to the decisions of the previous regime.
Right.
So he can come in here and be unabashedly honest.
There you go.
About what he inherited. No one's going to trade for this. He was overpaid. He hadn't played that well. We can't get rid of him.
Yeah.
Or this guy that we drafted that we thought was going to be good isn't as good as we thought, and we've given him a lot of rope. And he doesn't have to look at it through the glasses that the previous regime did because he didn't make any of those decisions. So he gets to analyze these decisions based upon the current time of what the reality is, not what you hoped it to be at the time that you signed it or the time that you drafted that player.
He's not blowing smoke, which I love. Like, he's not saying, he said, look, no one's going to trade for the contract, which I thought was interesting. He said that.
It's true, though.
It's true. No, it's what I'm saying. It's absolutely true.
Everybody's like, we got to trade him. I'm like, to who?
Yeah, who's going to
take that? Nobody. Nobody wants that albatross of a deal.
He says he'll give another chance to show the Blue Jackets he can carry the load as the number one goaltender. He said, let's put all the resources we can towards it. I don't want to come across as criticizing anything's happened here before because I don't know what's happened here before, but we all mesh differently. My approach is let's put all our time and effort into this. At the end of the day, we can say we did everything possible to put this in the right position. 2 outcomes are possible. Oh, God, Bobby, I can picture you saying this. 2 outcomes are possible. We succeed or we fail. That's you.
Really nothing else.
If we succeed, we keep moving forward. If we fail, well, now we have to figure things out. It's easier to say just do this or that, trade or buyout, but those aren't options. So I love the fact he did that. I love the fact he said that.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the things I'm going to appreciate about the new culture, maybe, if you will.
Yeah, he has a very, Torts, Bill Parcells type feel about that statement. Like, there's 2 things that are happening. We're going to succeed or fail. If we succeed, hey, we're good. If we fail, hey, we're going to keep pushing forward. We're going to figure things out and hopefully proceed more intelligently the next time.
$5.4 million per season through the 26-27 season is what we're looking at.
24, 25.
Yeah,
so 3 more years?
24, 25, 25. Yeah, 3 more years.
Yeah, maybe after this year you could cut him and eat some of that.
Yeah.
Or trade him or buy out, whatever it is. But here's the thing, if he plays well, then you want to keep him.
Sure, right. It could be a bargain of a contract.
And that's the thing that's crazy is if he plays well, then you feel good about it. If he doesn't play well, then you're like, gosh, then you've got to probably have a buyout, but you just can't do it before this year. You can, I don't know if you could buy out 3, you can maybe buy out 2, but there are cap constraints. It's a salary cap league.
I want to ask you about this, Bobby, because you mentioned Bill Parcells. And I remember I watched the 30 for 30 with the 2 Bills.
Yeah, that was really good.
Parcells and Belichick. And you could certainly see still some friction between the 2. Fair?
I don't know if that was true.
You don't think so?
Not in that. I think that was two guys who had worked together for a long time.
Right.
They're very set in their ways and what they do, but have an incredible respect for each other, and probably were never the best of friends and never were going to be the best of friends.
Well, then, like, when I see the way Belichick now and the fact that he's at Brady's roast, at Brady's retirement, and things like that, you know, and things appear to be icy between him and Brady and also between Belichick and Kraft. And that's been, I think that
Tom has said a lot of the things that have been said most largely about Bill have not been said by Tom. There was things that were rumored that he didn't want to play for Bill anymore. He just wanted to be out and all those different things. But when he's been in front of a microphone, he has been incredibly respectful to Bill.
Right.
I'll give you that. It's not me, it's not I, it's we, and it's us. You know, I didn't do it, you didn't do it, we did it. Like, you're not going to find, there's no coach I would have rather played for than you. Like, for you being able to get all of what he did out of him, like, all of those things. I was just watching a clip of it this morning. Like, you can't ask for a guy to be more complimentary of his head coach. So how, Bill, I joked with guys who I played with, they're like, Bill might be on the spectrum. Like, I mean, seriously, he is not a warm person at all. Like, that's just not who he is. Like, he is, his interpersonal skills are not, to say not great, they are bad. But he is a great football coach, and guys respect him. He's the best to ever do it.
Yes.
People can say whatever they want, and they can make these arguments, oh, it was Tom, this, that. They won 3 Super Bowls before Tom was Tom. I mean, he had built those teams. He did great things. Now, he made personnel decisions late. I guarantee you, in bad mistakes, he's made a few. Welcome to being human.
Right.
Okay? Like, that's just the reality. Nobody's going to be perfect with this. But when you look at, now Tom can look at this through the lens of history and look back on 20 years and be like, man, there ain't another coach in the NFL that I would rather have. Like, this guy made me as good as I was going to be. Now, in the moment, it always didn't feel good.
Right.
It's like getting your face sandpapered. Doesn't feel good. It'll smooth out the bumps.
But I wondered, though, seeing I don't want to say the transformation, because I'm really transformation. Just seeing the way Belichick, though, has
leaned into, like, the media and, like, all that stuff now.
It feels like when I watched the 2 Bills thing, I got the vibe that.
But you got to remember, that was like 4 or 5 years ago.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, as Parcells and Belichick's relationship evolved at all the last 4 or 5 years, I
think
wonder.
It was good then. That's how they were when they coached.
Yeah.
Together. I'm like, my dad would tell you. My dad was with them when they were on staff together. Yeah. I played for each one of those guys.
Right.
And I had heard reports from a couple of different guys that when it got icy with the Jets, like how it all went down and what happened. But there's nobody, and Bill Parcells said this. He goes, he's the greatest coach I've ever been around.
Yeah.
He's the greatest coach. Like, for a guy who has won 2 Super Bowls, been to another, took a third team to the AFC Championship and was a half away. They were leading in halftime over the Broncos from going to a Super Bowl, and he built a Dallas Cowboys team that was on the brink of being able to make a Super Bowl run.
Yep.
And for him to sit there and tell another coach that he is the best of all time, like that's, I don't know if you can't give a guy more respect than that. If, like, Bill Belichick, I mean, he was, he's just like, that's just who he is.
Right. I've enjoyed seeing the new Belichick.
There is. And I'll tell you this. I know we're up against, we got Austin Ward coming up 7:30 every Friday. AJ's going to be up at 8:30, going to be great. But I was, during our off season in OTAs, and I was spending all day at the facility learning everything. My family wasn't there. I had nowhere else to go. We had no TV in the house. I was just reading books and studying. That's all I did. And so I'm in the lunchroom. It's like 4 o'clock on a random weekday, and I'm still there, watching film. And Bill comes through, and like, you almost dread the interactions because they're so uncomfortably awkward. And I was like, hey, coach, trying to lean into it. So, hey, how's everything going out there? I'm like, yeah, I feel like it's coming along. He's like, it looks like you're picking everything up pretty well. And I'm like, all right, good. I think Mayo was in there, and I asked him, and Mayo was like, what did he say to you? I'm like, I asked how it's going. I said, it's going all right. He goes, it looks like, what he says, it looks like you're picking everything up pretty well. He goes, that's about the biggest compliment you're ever going to get from him. And I was like, really? He's like, oh, yeah. He's like, don't expect any more. He goes, that is literally his highest level of praise. It looks like you're picking everything up pretty well. So, like, for him in that documentary with the two Bills to be any more than that, like, that's just who he is. It's who he is, and it's okay.
I love hearing these stories from you, Bobby. He's fit. He's a good golfer. He's the only guy we talk to each week for insights on Ohio State football on Fridays at 7:30. Wyoming legend Austin Ward joins us next right here on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Traffic may be a little slow up to the north a bit on 71 southbound just before US 36. Crews are working to clear a semi that went into the woods earlier this morning, and they do have the right lane blocked, so traffic is a little slow. Again, that's 71 southbound just before US 36. Be prepared for the slowdowns because of that right lane closure and, of course, some gawkers as you travel by. I'm Heather Pasco for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the third time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including the GI Bill.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here, and the playoff action is here, and there isn't a more rewarding sportsbook in the game than Tipico. Get ready to bet on the biggest games of the year, the playoff basketball, the hockey, the actions every night. You want to make the most of every game, you've got to bet with Tipico. You'll get up to 5% cash back on your bets. Claim your new sign-up bonus now and get $150 in protected bets when you deposit $100. Sign up now. Enter the promo code TheFan150 to get your bonus. Download the Tipico Sportsbook app today. Must be 21 or older and physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions do apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Eliminate carbon and varnish deposits with Lucas Fuel Treatment at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Simply add it to your tank at your next fill-up. A clean fuel system can increase performance and fuel economy. Right now, get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Treatment for just $9 and get 2 times O Rewards points. In-store only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
You expect your home to protect everything you love, but you don't expect the ways water is breaking down your basement and damaging your home. Mold, cracks, and of course visible water are just a few signs your basement is compromised. But there's one way to get answers to all your concerns. A free home inspection from Ohio Basement Authority. We put water back in its place. Get your free inspection at ohiobasementauthority.com.
Join us for Gambling Things, Fantasy Sports, Gambling Things, and most importantly, Gambling Things. Hollywood Casinos on the Money, Sunday morning at 9.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
The Fan.
Don't miss the Jeep Make This the Summer event, where right now, well-qualified lessees get a low-mileage lease on the 2024 Jeep Compass Limited 4x4 for $379 a month for 42 months with $3,537 due at signing. Tax, title, license extra. No security deposit required. Call 1-888-925-JEEP for details. Requires dealer contribution and lease through Stellantis Financial. Extra charge for miles over 35,000. Not all customers will qualify. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 7/1/2024. Jeep is a registered trademark.
Take 5 Car Wash has out-of-this-world membership prices. Get unlimited washes every month for the price of 1 wash. Pay for 1 wash and wash as much as you'd like every month until you move to Mars. You won't need a car there, right? Wait, will you? Anyways, join Take 5 Unlimited today.
Welcome to Slurpee World at Speedway. Filled with brand new flavors like peach candy lemonade. At Speedway, get a small Slurpee drink for only $1 with Speedy Rewards. Slurpee, anything flows. Valid through 1/7/25. Speedway has the right to end this promotion early. Participating U.S. stores. See app for full terms.
I lock up my Old Spice Fiji aluminum-free dry spray to keep that 24/7 lasting freshness safe for myself. Fresh coconuts, palm trees in the wind. It's like catching waves in Fiji. Actually, I just talked myself into a refreshing spritz of Fiji. My Old Spice is missing! No!
Hear that? The sound of adorable little birds in your garden. And if you were here, you'd taste the 2 sweet but tiny tomatoes you grew all by yourself. But you're not here. Because your self-care happens when you're riding your motorcycle protected by Progressive on your way to the store for a pack of normal-sized tomatoes. So if you ride, switch to Progressive, America's #1 motorcycle insurer, without getting your hands dirty. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Morning Juice is sponsored by Affinity Whole Health, the leader in testosterone and hormone replacement therapy. FeelGreatColumbus.com. The Fan.
Hash browns and smackdowns. You're listening to Morning Juice.
All right, Morning Juice. Now we have the Bryant Heating Cooling System fan guest hotline, joined by our good friend, the Wyoming legend, the great golfer, Austin Ward, talk Ohio State. Austin, when does it ramp back up for you again, or has it already ramped up for you with your Ohio State coverage?
I feel like you guys got the wrong legend and great golfer. That's not me.
Hold up, Austin. Forget about that question. How did we hit him yesterday?
Pretty good, Bob. We the first time we've ever finished in the top 3 in the Roosters coaches outing on Thursday at Scarlet. So won the scorecard playoff to get there. Played with a good friend Ryan Johnson, card collector 2, a couple of his buddies, and then Ohio State wide receivers coach and co-offensive coordinator Brian Hartline.
Oh, you play with Hart?
Yeah, and
yeah, that helps because he's a good golfer.
Well, he's streaky, kind of like me, and we were able to patch it together. Where the few times that he was able to get through the ball with his trademark speed and great hand-eye coordination, he can absolutely pound the ball down there, which is helpful for me because I can pour in a lot of putts and make some nice wedge shots. So we cobbled it together. We're able to.
Some people might say you scrambled it together.
Well, I didn't want to go to the cliched ham and egg, scramble there, but I can't resist. That's what we did. That's how you describe it. So it was fun, and I think that Bob, you were out there. Like these events are really great, and I think it's because the Ohio State coaching staff embraces them. It's not just punching in, for 5 minutes before it starts and then sending people on their way. And Ryan Day's out there for the entirety of the round. He plays with, I think, every group. We had him for a couple of holes. You've got even guys like who don't play a ton of golf. There's a couple of coaches on the staff who don't even have their own clubs. They're still out there, talking ball for 18 holes and then hanging out in the clubhouse afterwards. So, Roosters and obviously Nicole Coxley do a fantastic job. Eric is organizing the event, but the coaches have to be bought in to make it a really cool one for the people that want to be out there and raise funds for the Excellence Fund, which they did on Thursday, and I think everybody had a great time.
You said streaky, not streaking, right? Hartline's not streaking like you. You said he's streaky like you.
Yeah, no, he kept all of his clothes on. And I think, I believe I did too, although I wanted to remove some elements of clothing because it was so gosh darn hot yesterday. I think that's had to be the hottest day of the year. It felt like one of the hottest days I've ever experienced in Columbus.
Really?
I mean, wasn't it, Bob?
It was
crazy.
warm, a little soupy. I mean, but I had a couple transfusions, and there was plenty of frosty beverages there to keep you cool.
That's true. There were numerous buckets of high noon out there. And that was critical, I think, to keep the body temperature under control.
Well, that's what they said. Stay hydrated, and there's water all over the course. I'm like Nicole. Let's be honest. There's tubs of garage beer, high noon. They got what you need. I just felt bad because they had girls from the Roosters. They had all the different tents, all the different games. It was really well done. I told Nicole, I'm like, the two things we need music at the tents so that they got something to be entertained with. And they need to be able to share in a couple of the beverages so that they can share in the good time, and good times will be had by all.
I think on the first part, let's see, me, you, Jay-Z, Brian Hartline, that's 4 votes already. We've tried to make that well known that the girls running the Roosters tents should have some tunes out there and to liven up the atmosphere and keep them, more engaged because the groups are only coming through every 15 minutes or so for them.
Yeah.
So they've got some downtime. As for the second part, I fully endorse that plan. Sometimes in the past, you've been able to break through the mandate that they are not allowed to have beverages with us. I think that led to another crackdown from the powers that be after some groups who will not be named were able to coerce Roosters girls into beverages in events past. So I can't go that far. I've been reprimanded by Nicole about that in the past. So even though I was not directly responsible, my group was. Anyway, I think we can get halfway there.
That feels like a damn political statement right there you just made, Austin. I checked out about halfway through. It sounded like you were reading from a sheet of paper there. Austin Ward joining us here on the Bryant Heating Cooling System Fan Guest Hotline. If you had a chance to ask Ryan Day a question that has not been asked of him yet about the upcoming season, just you and him right now, what would you ask him?
Yeah, I'm glad we got to talk to him this week, Tito. Right. He was had the press conference on Tuesday, which great. And you mentioned things ramping back up. June definitely starts that for me. I said this the other day. Like May feels like that climb up the roller coaster, and now you get to June with the recruiting camps, and Ryan Day has a press conference on Tuesday. There is a little break coming for coaches and players here at the start of July, but you get through this month and it really feels like they're picking up speed, and then you have Big Ten Media Days next month and then camp on August 1st. So I don't, like, at this point, I really would, it feels weird. Like the only intrigue to me, setting aside the quarterback, which just is important no matter what, like you go down this team 1 through 22, 1 through 85, we're building a depth chart. It seems like pretty clear to me there aren't that many position battles at the top. And that means that where there are some, that makes them of outsized importance. So right guard, I asked about Josh Fryer on the right side of the offensive line on Tuesday, and it does feel more strongly than ever that, Ohio State is comfortable there, leading Josh Fryer, sticking with Josh Fryer in that spot. So, I think I'd like to know more about the evaluation for where those other guys are for the right guard spot, what they're looking for when you have Tegra Shabola, Luke Montgomery, Carson Hinsman really kind of, battling it out there. Because it also fed into them deciding not to make any sort of moves in the transfer portal, which didn't surprise me necessarily in the second window. But, maybe in the first there could have been options for them. What has them really of the notion that they have enough pieces that they need in the offensive line? Like, what does he think might handicap that race going into August? Because I really don't know, and maybe they don't either. But that's the spot that has the most intrigue for me. So even though they're not competing right now, they're in the weight room, not competing on the football field, but doing weights and meetings, like where they think that race might be and where they expect it could go by the time August 31st arrives.
Austin, we appreciate the time, brother. Thanks so much. You playing golf today?
I'm going to take today off, and we'll be back out there tomorrow morning.
There you go. All right, Austin. Thanks. We'll talk again soon, buddy.
All right, see you guys.
That was Austin Ward joining us there on the Bryant Heating Cooling System Fan Guest Hotline. Playing golf.
It's a good time.
Playing golf with Heartline. I'd be bugging him the whole time with questions.
See, that's why they don't want people like you out there.
What do you mean, people like me?
Because
my people?
Go out there and enjoy it. Have a conversation. It's not a 4.5 hour interview.
I'd be like Chris Farley with Paul McCartney. Hey, Brian, you remember that one time you caught that pass to the Dolphins? And
exactly. Like, that's awesome. What I'm saying. Like, that's,
I know. You're right.
You just treat him like a human being, and he'll have a good time out there. Like James was, all the guys. Like, it was fun. I get to sit there and had a couple, drinks afterwards up there at the top, kind of closing out the round. I mean, everybody enjoyed it. It was a very relaxing. It was hot, but I don't know if it's the hottest day ever since Austin's been here, but it was warm. But everybody gets to relax and enjoy the day, and have that interaction. Like Austin said, the coaches lean into those interactions, and part of that is like people being respectful of boundaries too with it. But they're human beings. Like they want to go out and have a good time and relax and enjoy a day too.
Okay, Brian, I wasn't smiling and looking at the camera. Let's do one more selfie. Just one more. Okay, Brian, we'll do one more. That's it. Coming up next, we'll let you know Scott's Juice, Morning Juice on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Traffic is slow a little to the north because of an accident on 71 southbound just before US 36. Crews are on scene blocking the right lane as they work to remove a semi that went into the woods earlier today. On the south side, traffic is a little slow, 71 southbound between 70 and Green Lawn. Otherwise, things are pretty clear and quiet out there for the early Friday drive. I'm Heather Pasco for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
At Take 5, we're faster than you think. That means we'll change your oil and have you back on the road before you can count all the change in your center console. Cha-ching, baby. Just sit back and relax while our fast, friendly team does all the work. Take 5, the stay-in-your-car 10-minute oil change.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. If you listen to my show every day, congratulations, you're getting the best. Now I want you to drive the best. But unlike the lie I told before, Jermaine Lexus really is the best. I just picked up my brand new RX 350 a few weeks ago. It is fabulous. They want to make you a customer for life. Right now, rates are as low as 1.9%. Lease payments are as low as $489 a month. And the Memorial Courtesy vehicles are now on the lot. Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. Check them out online, JermaineLexus.com. Tell them Common Man sent you.
For roof leaks and roof replacements, call Legacy Roofing Services, Central Ohio's commercial roofing leader. Legacy Roofing Services, ranked in the top 100 roofers in America. Call Legacy today, 800-880-ROOF, 800-880-ROOF. Legacy Roofing Services.
With Tire Discounter's new TD Chat BS, we can detect deception over the phone. Let's call a typical tire store.
Yellow, cheapo tire where we bolt them on for less.
Yes, I am in need of tires and lubricant for my vehicle.
Great, come on in and we'll slap on some new tires.
And what about the lubricant exchange?
Oh yeah, we send you over to Ollie's Oil for that.
Location?
They're right down the road. I can almost see them from here.
Deception. Destination is 5.2 miles away.
Well, I'll be.
I may also need braking analysis.
Oh, Bert's Brakes will take good care of you.
Calculating time and distance for 2 additional trips.
You mean you want to do tires, oil change, and brakes all in one fell swoop?
Exactly. I observe that Tire Discounters is close by.
Ugh, Tire Discounters.
And they are experts at oil changes, brakes, shocks, and...
I'm losing you.
Hello? I'm sorry. Your system has crashed.
Stop in today for Savor the Summer Savings.
One of the most important Buckeye football seasons ever is coming. The Fan is your home for all the news and interviews you need as fall camp approaches. Join us. We're a friendly bunch of degenerates. Your Buckeye station, The Fan.
Hey, welcome to the IKEA Midsummer Sale. Hello. Save up to 50% on outdoor furniture and indoor essentials and have your best summer.
Oh, how about storage for my inflatable flamingos?
We've got you covered. Let's turn your space into a summer haven with space for birds.
Awesome.
Visit us in store from June 12th to July 9th or at IKEA-USA.com/midsummer. Offer valid dates may vary. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary by store and online. See store and IKEA-USA.com/midsummer for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
At Hollywood Casino Columbus, you're always in the driver's seat. Don't miss our $50,000 trucker cash giveaway at Hollywood Columbus. Pick between driving off in a brand new 2025 Ram 1500 or $40,000 in Penn slot play or $30,000 in cash. Grand prize awarded on Saturday, June 29th. Earn entries on your slot and table gameplay all month long. For more information, visit HollywoodColumbus.com. Must be 21 or over to play. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
I can't believe this is real. We're finally doing our big fishing trip.
This is the year I'm doing everything I've always talked about.
Something's different about you. I feel like I'm talking to a whole new man.
Between you and me, it's Nugenix Total T that's making the difference.
Nugenix, the testosterone booster?
Exactly. Turning 40 and lower testosterone made it harder to find the drive and energy for the things that matter, like spending time with family and friends. So I tried Nugenix Total T.
That really works.
Absolutely. Nugenix is the reason we're finally doing this trip. It's why I have more energy for my family.
How do I give Nugenix a try?
Send them a text for a complimentary bottle.
Text ROCK to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text ROCK to 321-321. That's ROCK to 321-321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Let's get a look at your weather report heading into your Friday. A lot of sunshine out there today. An air quality alert has been issued until midnight tonight. Meanwhile, the heat advisory expires at 8 p.m. on Saturday night. Today, we're going 95 under sunny skies. And then going into Saturday, look for sunny skies with a high of 96. I'm meteorologist Dylan Robichaud with your Doppler 10 forecast on 97.1 The Fan.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Patriot Air Comfort Systems in Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep your home comfortable. The Fan.
Beamer has a very punchable face, so Bobby punches it. This is Morning Juice.
Morning Juice. Thank God the mics aren't on. We're talking break.
But there's lots of great content right there for Ed.
Dude, it's amazing.
You got a real Jerry Springer situation going on in your family, which is tremendous.
I think if I told Jerry Springer about this, if he were still alive, I think he'd say, you know what? I think that's a little too much.
I think if you whispered into his gravestone, he might be like a necromancer. He might just come right back out of the grave.
All right, let's do what's got you juiced.
What's got you juiced?
Sponsored by Newman Roofing. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
I'm going to take a stab in the dark here, Bobby. I think you're first.
It is. I am first.
9 days in, I finally got it right.
I had a great time yesterday playing some golf out there at Ohio State. I played golf on Friday, Monday, and Thursday. So I had played golf 3 times in less than 7 days. I haven't been on a heater like that, I don't think, ever. That's a ton for me. And the group I was playing with yesterday, my folks from over at Affinity, they're like, man, you're the most improved player from last year. I'm like, well, I've played 3 times in the last.
You're warmed up. Yeah.
I go, and I played one other time this year outside of that, and I had one time that was canceled. So I go, this is the most golf that I've played in years. So I'm like, I'm not terrible if I practice.
Right.
I just don't like to practice because I don't get that good that fast, and it's almost a fool's errand. No matter how much I practice, there's still inconsistency, so it drove me nuts.
Sure.
So whatever. So I just go out there and have a good time. But I had a great time doing that. Getting to see James. Tress spoke. He was there. Ryan did a great job. Great group of guys, great group of coaches. Had a really good time. One of my friends had a birthday yesterday. Had some drinks with them last night. Had a good time with it. Started listening to some of the Last Mohican soundtrack, which is always a win. Have you seen that off?
No.
I'm beginning to wonder what you do because we'll get into that next. Got a big weekend plan. Going to go up to the JR Memorial at Indian Lake for Buckeye Cruise on Saturday. So excited about that. Going to stop over.
I think my band's playing there. The one I like, Shuck and Bubba Deluxe.
Yeah, they're
going
always
to be there.
there.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love that group. That's awesome.
Absolutely, yes, they'll be there. Going to head up in Worthington. They've got the national. I'm going to stop over this weekend too. The National Pickleball League is coming to town. You got matches on Saturday and Sunday at a new facility, the Paddle Taps in Worthington. So we're going to stop out to that as well. I'm excited. My mom loves pickle. I haven't played it a lot, but my daughter plays tennis. So I was like, you know what? Stop out there, check it out. Should be fun. You got 12 teams coming through, like a whole deal. So I encourage anybody, go stop out. It's one of the fun things in Columbus to do. I'm going to be down in Portsmouth as well. So I'm going to be, enjoying, well, I guess not Portsmouth, more a little bit east, but enjoying some of our time on the river, a little time with family as well this weekend. Bo, did I send you something over last night?
You sent a couple, yep.
All right, you just pick one.
Just pick one. All right, I'm going to close my eyes and just pick this one.
Everything that you're worried about is going to be gone like that. The people that are criticizing you, they're going to be gone, you're going to be gone. All this hand-wringing worry and concern over how are people viewing me, someone said something bad about me and you get so upset about it, is wasted time and energy. Your only focus should be on getting better at what you're doing. Focus on what you're doing, get better at what you're doing. Everything else is a complete waste of time.
Do you know who that is, Bodie?
Yeah, Jerry Seinfeld.
Okay, I'm just curious.
Never seen the show, but I know who he is.
Okay, well, there you go. I thought it was very pointed. I saw that scrolling through. Hey, you know what? Great message. Don't listen to the other folks. Ignore the noise. Focus on it. Focus on getting better. Don't worry about anything else. And have yourselves a great weekend as we are officially in the full throngs of summer. Bodie, what Schlegel's got to say?
Yesterday is a history. Tomorrow's a mystery. But today is a gift. That is why it's called the present. You know who said that?
Who?
Master Oogway. Master Oogway from Kung Fu Panda.
I don't think he said. I think he got the quote wrong.
No, that's.
Is that the exact one? Another part of the present. Yesterday. Okay, I feel like
yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift. That's why they call it the present. Or today, yes,
the present. I thought tomorrow's not promised. Whatever.
That's from Master Oogway and Kung Fu Panda.
I've seen it. That I've seen multiple times.
Of course. Why wouldn't you? Bodie, what's got you juiced?
What's got me juiced, guys? I'm going to be asleep as it's happening today, but at 11 a.m. in Boston is the parade. I saw Joe Mazzulla is basically just walking around the streets with the Larry O'Brien trophy.
I love Joe Mazzulla, by the way.
That man is absolutely insane, but I love him too. I saw Tatum was going in bars last night, just paying for everybody's drinks. I mean, what a great team. What a great team to root for.
You get a drink.
Yeah. I mean, he's about a month away from signing a $300 million contract, so I guess he's got some money to spare. So that's got me juiced. Also saw this yesterday, kind of had me sad a little bit. Donald Sutherland passed away. I think he was 88. I know him as President Snow from all the Hunger Games movies. I never knew he was in MASH. Also never knew his son was the guy who was in 24. So the more you know, the better.
Yes.
Yeah, you just learn something new every day, I guess. So that's fantastic. Also, I learned something new already this morning, I guess newish, and that is earlier, Bobby, you referenced the Shakin' song. I couldn't have told you the song or who sang it, but as soon as I heard it, I did
You would recognize a lot
immediately. Yeah. So that's all got me juiced there. It's Friday, of course. I really think I need to talk with Shark. Maybe we can work out some sort of hybrid situation because 2 days isn't that bad. And then maybe he could do 3 starting next Friday. I'll do 2, and then the next week I'll do 3. He could do 2.
You mean like post-retirement, keep mom longer?
Exactly. Yeah,
I love that
little
idea.
hybrid situation. I'll let him even pick the days.
Your Friday starts at 10 o'clock. No, you want to do the Thursday, Friday because you get the long weekend.
Yeah, but if I can talk Shark into it, I'll let him pick. If he wants Thursday, Friday, I'll take Monday, Wednesday. Then the following week we can snip, snap. Yeah. I thought that was a pretty good idea.
I like it.
Tito, what's got you juiced?
Well, first of all, I want to tell you, Bobby, that you mentioned, we talked about Shuck and Bubba Deluxe. I love the band.
Mm-hmm.
You need to go see when Sadir, the lead singer, does his Elvis tribute show. He does 2 a year.
Really?
And he comes out. Natalie's in Grandview.
Like young Elvis or old Elvis?
Well, Sadir's in good shape, but he comes out in like the
whites,
the powder blue sequin jumpsuit.
Perfect.
He's at the glasses. He does a fantastic job. I'm going for years. He let me up on stage to sing a song one time. It was great.
That was his biggest mistake.
No, it was great. And I think I'm going to try it again. But it's fantastic to go watch him. So it's Sons of Gladys is the name of the group. And they're very talented. They pull it off. It's excellent. They do it always around Elvis's the anniversary of his death and when his birthday also is when they do it. They do 2 a year. So lots of fun. Anyway, it's got me juiced. My kid's got a baseball game tonight. Baseball game's going to be a little bit swampy out there. And but I'm looking forward to watching that and also sleeping in tomorrow for the first time in what seems like forever. And by sleeping in, I mean I'll get up at 7 o'clock versus 4 o'clock. Coming up next, we'll hit you with the re-rack after the Sports Center update and talk more about what's going on with the Guardians. They have a big series this weekend. We'll talk about that next. Morning Juice on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Crews are working to remove a semi that went off of the freeway and into the woods, and that's causing delays on 71 southbound before US 36. The right lane is blocked, and we do have some Gawker slowdowns there as well. 70 at the downtown split westbound between 23 and the 71 west split. Traffic is a little heavy and slow there, and we do have slowdowns on the south side, 71 southbound between 70 and Green Lawn. I'm Heather Pasco for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
It's the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. So give your friends something to look at and make this a summer to share and save with a capable Kia SUV like the Sorento, Sportage, Seltos, or Telluride, or a powerful sedan like the fun-to-drive Forte, each backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. And for a limited time, get 1.9% APR for 48 months for well-qualified buyers and $1,000 bonus cash on specially tagged 2024 Sportage and Sorento models. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Financing for 24 to 48 months from Kia Finance, subject to credit approval for purchase of a new 2024 Sportage or Sorento. Excludes hybrids and PHEVs. $21.65 per month per 1,000 financed at 48 months. $1,000 bonus cash on specially tagged models must be applied as down payment. Must take delivery by 7/8/24. Limited inventory. Warranty is a limited powertrain warranty. See retailer for details.
Hey there, friends. It's Bo Bishop here, and I want you to picture this. Cannonballs into the lake, s'mores at the fire pit, sleeping under the stars. Well, that could be you when you visit my friends at RCD RV. RCD is having its summer open house, and you don't want to miss it. Huge RV savings all month long in June. New travel trailers as low as $14,995. The area's widest selection, over 600 new and pre-owned RVs in stock. Start your summer adventure at RCD RV. Visit one of the 3 Central Ohio locations or online anytime at rcdrv.com.
Do summer projects your way with 4th of July savings from the Home Depot. With free delivery on over 2 million items, you can make the most of summer grilling and dig into gardening. Plus, get same-day delivery on thousands of products like power tools and storage to tackle any last-minute garage project. Summer your way with 4th of July savings from the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Order select and stock items by 4 p.m. subject to availability.
Picture this. You arrive at your hotel. You have an important online meeting lined up with clients from all across the country. You have your laptop open, ready to begin, and the Wi-Fi is so terrible, you can't even connect. These types of stressful situations happen all the time, but they don't have to. When you book a room at La Quinta by Wyndham, you have access to their free high-speed Wi-Fi, so you can take care of those critical emails, join your meetings on time, and even unwind by streaming your favorite shows without having to worry. Tonight, La Quinta. Tomorrow, you shine. Book direct at lq.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good morning. I'm Buddy Wells. In baseball, Will Brennan went 2 for 4 with a pair of solo homers. Andreas Jimenez had a 2-run shot as the Guardians beat the Mariners 6-3 yesterday afternoon. The Guards take 2 of 3 against Seattle. They'll host Toronto tonight for the first of a 3-game set. As for the Reds, they were off on Thursday. They'll begin a 3-game series at home tonight against Boston. It was a busy day in the NBA yesterday. After several weeks of rumors, the Lakers are expected to hire JJ Reddick as their next head coach. The Thunder acquired Alex Caruso from the Bulls in exchange for Josh Giddey. And free agent to-be Malik Monk is set to return to the Kings on a 4-year deal worth $78 million. And in hockey tonight, it's Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final in Edmonton between the Panthers and Oilers. Face-off is at 8. Florida leads the series 3-2. This update is sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, give Mark Levy a call at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or visit him online at sleepbettercolumbus.com.
If Bobby and Beamer aren't talking about it, it's not worth your time anyway. You're listening to Morning Juice.
Morning Juice. Thank you so much for tuning in. Tito, Bobby Carpenter here. Go check us out on the YouTube channel as well. Had a lot of good interaction this week. But check us out there if you'd like also. Time right now, though, for a little re-rack.
Keeping you informed about what's trending this morning. It's time for a little re-rack on Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Billiards Plus, your destination for top-of-the-line grills with up to 30-year warranties. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Bobby, the Cleveland Guardians, this just in, good. I thought when they lost Terry Francona, they would take a step back. I always thought Francona was one of the greatest managers of all time. I love Terry Francona, even though I hate Cleveland. I loved Terry Francona.
I don't think that it's your thought that he is. I think he is one of the great managers of all time.
Doing what he did with the Red Sox, he was with them, and then now with the Guardians as well.
Do you know which team he coached or managed longer?
The Guardians.
Yeah.
And he also managed the Phillies as well. He was a good baseball player too. His dad was his dad's name actually is Tito Francona. His nickname is Tito Francona, but Terry Francona though then adopted the nickname as well. But I remember the one year he played for the Reds, and he was injury prone. That was his issue. He was hitting like 340 or something after like 30 or 40 games, and got hurt, was out for the season. But I liked watching him as a player with the Reds as well. But the Guardians though get a win last night. 46-26 now is their record. They have a 6-game lead over Kansas City. As far as the American League goes, the only teams with a better record than the Guardians are the Yankees and Orioles. But it's been a great season for them. Their run differentials plus 94. They've scored a lot of runs this year, and that's the part I think is most surprising. And the fact they've had the injuries they've had, the pitching staff obviously took a hit this year. But the fact they're still where they're at, though, is just such an incredible job by this team. And look, they're going to be in the playoffs this year, Bobby.
Oh, yeah, they're good. And that's despite the fact, like you said, that they had lost their ace.
Right.
You weren't here, and it was great. about a week before opening day, they're like, Shane Bieber's about to have the record for most opening day starts.
Right.
For the Guardians, I go, it's not opening day. And he's like, but they've named him the starter. I'm like, before we start celebrating,
right?
Before we cross the finish line, Leon let's make sure we get there. And I mean, I'm not wishing ill will on Shane Bieber, but as fate would have it, he didn't get that start that off.
Right.
And he's not playing this year. And I'm like, I don't know if it's appropriate to count him an opening day starter before he actually made it to opening day. But despite losing him, they're still playing really well.
Yeah. Yep. And
they do a great job piecing it together. I mean, I hope that they put one together and finally win one here soon.
The Guardians host the Blue Jays, who are not a good team this year. But they host the Blue Jays for a series, but it's important because they can put even more space between them and the Royals. The Royals are in Texas for a series this weekend. So if the Guards can go 3-0 or 2-1, and Kansas City struggles against Texas, which I think they might, you can see even more space between the Royals and the Guardians. So the Reds, by the way, they lost yesterday, or they did not play yesterday. They're coming off the most recent loss to the Pirates in Pittsburgh. They host the Red Sox tonight at 7:10. Andrew Abbott's on the mound for the Reds in that game.
Either, neither, both for playoffs.
I think it's just the Guards this year. I'm sorry.
The Reds, they've been red hot that off.
They were, but then they if they wouldn't have failed against the Pirates, they had the Brewers series and the Pirates series. They lost 2 of 3 in each one of those, I believe. And they're now in last place in the NL Central. They're 8.5 back. You asked me a week ago, I probably would have said, yeah, both. But now, even though, look, the NL wild card berths are way up in the air. Bobby, every team that's not a division leader, every other team that's not a division leader is within a game and a half of the wild card, so except for the Rockies and Marlins. Rockies are 11 back. Marlins are 11.5 back of the last wild card spot. The Reds are a game and a half back. But, yeah, there's so many teams that are still locked in there. But it's all going to depend. The Reds are one of only 4 teams in that mix of wild card teams that have a positive run differential. But it'll depend, Bobby, on what they do, if anything, at the trade deadline. If they're aggressive enough and add some pieces, maybe a bullpen, maybe get a bullpen arm in there, and then maybe another hitter. We'll see. But, they've got guys that are coming back off injury or suspension. So we'll see if that helps things out there. But the Reds, though, they host the Red Sox tonight at 7:10. That's always fun for me to watch because all the cutbacks to all the flashbacks to the 1975 World Series. Game 6 Stanley Cup final night on the Fans HD2. Our coverage starts at 7:30. Edmonton hosting Florida. I didn't say it when I was juiced, but I also will stay up now and watch this hockey game, whereas I wouldn't have watched the whole game if I had a morning juice shift tomorrow.
How many people do you think are watching the NHL Stanley Cup Finals?
Good question.
More or less than last year on average?
I think more.
That's accurate.
Yeah, I think more.
So how many people do you think are watching this? It's Stanley Cup Finals, Game 6.
I don't know. 5 million?
Bodie, you want to wager a guess?
I will say 7.5 million.
So Game 5 was the highest rated game. The 2.1 bringing in 4.1 million. The lowest rated game would have been Game 4 with a little over 3 million. So everybody's been in that mid to low threes. Like, this is how big the NFL. I mean, you have the Cowboys on Thanksgiving Day drawing 45 million people.
Hell, Dallas will draw at least like half that, 20 some, if it's them against Green Bay, 425 kick.
Absolutely. Last year in the Stanley Cup Finals, the lowest rated game drew 2.4 million. Which, I mean, this is a championship series. Now, granted, last year was the Panthers and Vegas Golden Knights. Not like those are 2 iconic franchises. It's not like you have, the Red Wings, against, I don't know, Boston. I mean, 2 big time, or at least big time markets, original 6 in there, or like the Maple Leafs, something like that. But it's just, it's amazing to me to see that. I'll probably glance. I'll give it a glance, Armstrong, tonight.
Background, right? It'll be like it might be on while you're doing other stuff.
Glance Armstrong. I mean, if there's nothing else.
Glance Armstrong's pretty good.
There's a couple movies that I wanted to watch, so I might watch one of those tonight and have some drinks and just relax. But we'll see. If it's good and it's close, I might be able to get into it.
Speaking of the movies, Elizabeth on the chat said that, I'm sorry, not Elizabeth, it was a G.A. Morgan said, I'm not offended by the shirt, but we are going to need you to watch Roadhouse and Gladiator.
That's really the biggest loss of you, the fact that you didn't see those in their present time.
Yeah.
But both hold up really well.
There's a new Roadhouse out.
Did you see that one? Is that any good?
I have not seen the new one yet. I heard it's actually pretty good.
I've heard mixed reviews on it. Yeah, I've heard some people say it's really good, and some people say they left the movie theater.
Really?
Yeah.
Left. I'll to be honest with you, I have never walked out of a movie theater before.
The only time I did was because
I threw up once. I walked out for that, but I came back in and finished the rest of the movie. I'm not going to.
Wait.
I was like probably in 5th grade.
Okay, so it wasn't a alcohol-induced vomit.
No, I was in 5th grade. I was just sick.
Well, you're Lancaster, so it could have been. I mean, let's be honest.
Not in 5th grade.
Okay. What movie was it?
I don't even remember, but it was at a birthday party. But I went back in and finished.
Okay, good for you.
I've never walked. I've never understood that. I guess if it's offensive or whatever.
If it's offensive, more offensive you thought it'd be. But you should know that now going in, though.
You thought it would be.
You should know going in.
Have some level, like requisite level of understanding of what you were walking into.
Right. So yes, I will have the game on in the background as well, probably doing other things, but I will be able to stay up and watch it. I don't know how you guys do it, Bobby, on an everyday basis with late night sports.
It's tougher than you thought.
Okay, that's what it is. Breaking news on that one also, I guess. But no, it's just I
make a decision to get up. My alarm goes off, and I wake up.
Well, but you're in that mode where your body's trained to do that.
No, I have trained my body to do that.
Okay, that's fine. But I'm saying
that just happened.
No, but like every day you wake up at that time because you've got a show to do.
I've always since I got into college, I started working out with AJ before class and everything. We'd always work out at 6, so I've always been getting up at 5 o'clock or earlier for 20 years now. Regardless of what happens the night before. So you pay the piper fit off. That's what happens.
Travelers Championship in Connecticut.
No one cares about that.
I think people do.
They don't. Shark and Beam aren't here, and they're the only two people I know that care about it.
I care that Ricky Fowler's in the contention.
I love Pretty Ricky, and I hope that he wins. I'd like to see him win a major. Heck, he's finished second in 3 of them and third in another. He still hasn't broken through. I would love to see him break on through, but no one cares about the Travelers Championship. Put that on the fan poll. How many of you are going to watch the Travelers?
That's our fan poll. You got that there, but there's not one on there yet, right, Bodie?
I already created one.
Oh, you created one?
Yep.
What is it?
What's your fan poll?
Well, it's not as good as that, but I can read it if you want.
It's definitely not as good as that because I would love to hear Bo afterwards talk about it and be like, what is this? How much of the Travelers Championship are you going to watch? Parts of, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days or more, or no days. Because I'm guessing it's going to be 1/no days.
What do you got, Bode?
I, obviously, with this week, I feel like a lot of people have been talking about the weather and whatnot. So I which weather conditions do you hate more, 90-plus degrees in the summer or single digits in the winter?
Ooh.
I would 100% take triple digits over this, over single digits in the winter.
I totally agree.
I can handle the summer. Like, you go into air conditioning.
Yeah.
Well, you go into heat, too.
They're on T-shirt and shorts.
I understand that, but you don't have to do anything outside. Like, you can go out and you can get in the pool, but there's activities around it. Like, when it's bitter cold in the winter, you're not going outside. And by the way, like, it's like you're playing football or doing training with pads on.
Right.
Like, once I didn't have that anymore, I'm like, it's hot, but whatever. It's just heat. Like, I guess in theory it could kill you, but it's not going to kill me. So I'm good. Like, we'll be fine.
So I won't talk about the Travelers anymore. Rickwood, and the Rickwood result, though, the stadium at Rickwood, the baseball game over there yesterday.
Yeah,
the first
how did that go?
Cardinals beat the Giants 6-5 there.
Okay.
Lots of tributes to Willie Mays going on there because that's where he obviously played his first game. But it's a pretty cool scene out there. They had the oldest living Negro League player throughout the first ball. So yeah, it was all pretty cool stuff out there. So I'm glad they had a chance to do that, and I imagine it'll be an annual thing now where they'll go out there and play at that stadium that once had Willie Mays play there and once had Satchel Paige pitch. I think Reggie Jackson played there as well, but.
It was the home of the Black Barons, I believe.
The Black Barons, the Birmingham Black Barons. So, and Alabama and Auburn football both played there for a while as well. All right, coming up next, the Ohio State Athletics Hall of Fame have announced the class of inductees. We already knew Braxton was getting in. We'll tell you about the rest of the class next. This is Morning Juice on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, as we make our way through the Friday drive, we do have some slowdowns. There is an accident on the west side, 70 eastbound. The right shoulder is blocked. Also on the north side, a little further north, 71 southbound before US 36. There's an accident. A semi went off into the trees there. The right lane is blocked as crews work to clear that. And we do have heavy and slow traffic on the west side on 70 eastbound between Mound and 315. I'm Heather Pasco for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
At Bet365, we don't do ordinary. We believe that every sport should be epic. Every home run, every hit, every inning, every play, from the moments that are legendary to the ones that fly under the radar.
Whether it's a walk-off granny or a base hit to center field, whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 and older, must be present in Ohio. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hot under the collar? Call Care Heating and Cooling and we'll fix that fast. 1-800-COOLING.
Bobby Carpenter here for Affinity Whole Health, the leader in the testosterone and hormone replacement therapy game. And weight loss too, that's right. Affinity offers semaglutide injections for weight loss in addition to their testosterone treatments, so you can lose weight and build muscle. They customize a plan directly for you. They added peptides to my TRT. They've added semaglutide with my friend's testosterone, and the results are amazing. They're pumped about summertime and pool season, so check them out at feelgreatcolumbus.com. That's feelgreatcolumbus.com.
Ready to be the change and have a positive impact on your community? Consider joining the Columbus Division of Police. Starting pay is $70,000 plus, growing to 6 figures after 4 years of service. We offer paid vacations, paid holidays, and health insurance. Do you aspire to complete your degree? We offer 100% tuition reimbursement after you complete your first year of service. Contact the CPD recruiting unit at jobs@columbuspolice.org or apply online at columbus.gov/government/jobs. The City of Columbus is an equal opportunity employer.
Is foot pain keeping you from living life to its fullest? Life is too short to be dealing with foot, knee, or back pain. Come into the Good Feet store and learn how the Good Feet heart support system can help you get pain-free. Call 880-9255 or go to goodfeet.com to make an appointment.
Attention weekend warriors. Fan Sports Saturday has moved to 10 a.m. Join Eric Reeser and Tyvis Powell as they dive into popular topics like the Buckeyes and Tyvis's liquid diet.
Saturdays from 10 to 1.
The Fan.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for over 30,000 mouth-watering choices with savings beyond low prices, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. More savings and more inspiring flavors make Kroger worth it every time. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
During our 99 cents produce sale, Cosmic Crisp apples and Roma tomatoes are 99 cents a pound, and corn is 3 for 99 cents with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Did somebody say free diamond bracelet? That's right. Diamonds Direct is expanding upon their best offer yet. Make any purchase this month and receive a free diamond tennis bracelet valued at $2,000. That's right. Any engagement ring, any diamond necklace, any timepiece. Purchase any item valued at $10,000 or more and receive a stunning diamond tennis bracelet at no extra cost. Every purchase of $10,000 or more qualifies. So hurry into Diamonds Direct. Your chance to get a free tennis bracelet ends June 30th. Details at diamondsdirect.com. Glow Fiber Business is now in Ohio, and your business is our priority. Glow Fiber delivers reliably fast, custom, and prepackaged internet plans to meet the growing needs of your business. And our dependable 24/7 personal support means your business stays connected. Glow Fiber is here, and we mean business. Find out more at 833-WANT-GLOW or visit glowfiberbusiness.com today. Glow Fiber Business is not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
Do you know someone struggling to figure out their mental health benefits? The Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office is here to help. Find us at insurance.ohio.gov/GETMHIA or call us at 855-438-6442. Don't wait. The Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office can help you figure out what mental health insurance benefits may be in their plan. Call us today at 855-438-6442.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Good morning. Happy Friday. It is sunny and hot out there today. Temperatures get up to about 95 today. Tonight, look for partly cloudy skies, low around 72. Also, look for that full strawberry moon tonight. It should be gorgeous after sunset. Heading into tomorrow, we're going 96 under sunny skies. Rain returns on Sunday. It'll be cooler and less humid. I'm meteorologist Dylan Robichaud with your Doppler 10 forecast on 97.1 The Fan.
FanDuel is the exclusive online sportsbook partner of Morning Juice. Just sign up at FanDuel.com/juice. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Miss a minute of the show?
Check out the podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Type in Morning Juice and subscribe.
This is Morning Juice.
Bobby, we've got 14 more people being inducted into the Ohio State Athletics Hall of Fame, the class of 2024. We got one of them out of the way early when Braxton Miller announced that he was going to be part of the class. Yep. He came out with that ahead of time. But the entire group has been announced now. It involved, I'll read it to you in alphabetical order, and I hope I pronounced the name right, Christy Blau, Bloughh. What do you think?
Sounds good.
Men's volleyball.
Blau, maybe, right?
Blau.
Like the Purdue quarterback?
Yes, that's probably what it is. It's a good call. It's a gentleman. He played men's volleyball 2014 to 2017. Chase Buchanan, men's tennis from 2009 to 12. Tiffany Cameron, women's soccer, 2009 to 12. Michael Hartfield, track and field on the men's side, 2011 to 13. Jeff Logan.
Oh.
Yeah, Logan gets in. I thought he was already in, but he played for the football team from 74 to 77. Marissa Main, women's volleyball, 04 to 06. Brian Menino, baseball, 92 to 95. Braxton Miller, we mentioned that one. Kathy Menard, she women's cross country, track and field, 86, 87.
You're just slaying these names.
I think I am. Greg Oden's getting in.
Greg Oden's Raven.
And Tony Russo, men's lacrosse.
1 year.
Gene Smith's getting in.
Well, Gene was here for like 2 decades.
Kyle Snyder.
Snyder is remarkable.
And Matt Wilhelm.
Okay.
Wilhelm gets in as well. Played football from 99 to 02.
I thought I saw that about Wilhelm. That's a big congrats to Matt.
Your paths crossed, right?
Yeah, he was a senior on the team that I was on. So
says he was first team All-America, All Big Ten Conference, still ranks in the top 10 all-time career tackles for loss and single season tackles for loss. So he had 11 tackles in that double overtime win against Miami. So he had an 8-year NFL career after that, played with the Chargers and also won a Super Bowl with the Packers in 2010.
Yeah, he was on the team with age.
Yep. So anyway, Oden 1 year. I mean, I get it, I guess, but I don't know I guess there's no requirements on how long you spent at the school.
Yeah, I mean, he only played half the season, too. Or not half the season.
He played a little more than half, but he missed a chunk of time.
I remember him playing right after. It was around Christmas that I think he came in.
I think you're right, yep.
He had the broken hand. He learned to shoot free throws, whatever, the opposite hand or whatever. Like, it's a whole deal.
He came back in 2016 to be a student manager and spent 3 years there as a manager and got his degree in sports industry in 2019. He was a grad assistant for the program during the 21-22 season. So I was surprised Logan wasn't in yet based on, I know how big of a player he was for Ohio State during those mid-70s years. He was a co-captain in 77. In 76, he had over 1,200 yards, 1,248 yards. That at the time was fourth in school history. They won or shared 4 consecutive Big Ten titles when he was there, played in 2 Rose Bowls. Senior co-captain also in 77, first team all Big Ten. So, and Logan does a lot of stuff. I don't know if he still does stuff in the media. He did. I don't know if he still does stuff here in the media with, I think it was over at 610, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he did some stuff for a while. And maybe a little bit now, but he was on the varsity O board. He's done a bunch of different stuff, around and associated with Ohio State. So congratulations to him as well. I saw Wilhelm, though, and I couldn't remember where I saw that, and I thought I almost imagined it.
Right.
But happy for Matt to get in with everything he accomplished here. And, played as a junior, but really his senior year was big.
Right.
And obviously was kind of the keystone in the middle of that defense that was one of the best in college football that year. One of the best all time.
Compare that. Now, you're obviously much more integrated with that defense than you are with this year's defense. But do you see similarities in like the leadership and some of the experience and what the talent level is as far as between that national championship defense and this year's defense?
Yeah, you had a lot of guys that came back. There was a lot of veteran players on that defense.
Well, Doss was a big one to say coming back to win a national championship.
Yeah, I mean, you had Mike Doss and Donnie Nicky. Those guys had started, 30 some odd games apiece. Like coming into that year. I mean, both of them played as freshmen, and were starters pretty much their entire time at Ohio State. At corner, that's why they ended up moving Chris Gamble over there,
right?
Just due to the fact that we needed some more help at corner. They had Dustin Fox, who was a nickelback the year before, played a lot as a true freshman. Will Allen was our nickel that year, who was a junior, third-year junior, who was very experienced, though. Played some before. Defensive line was very experienced. C. Grant was a starter who had played corner, played linebacker. I mean, done it all. Rob Reynolds, that was his first year starting. But you just have a lot of guys who had played a lot. And so you have guys who have played a lot that are good players. Like, that's going to the experience. You can solve things quicker in game when stuff happens.
Okay.
Where when you're young, you have to go to the sideline to get answers, and maybe you have a hard time articulating to the coaches exactly what's happening. When you're older, it's like, hey, you come off, and you have suggestions already for how to stop it or how to solve a problem because you've been through it. You know the answers to the test. And so you start thinking about the guys who have played a ton here that are all over this, and you look at the defensive line. I mean, all those guys have played a ton. You get the linebackers. I mean, Sonny was a starter last year, played a ton. He was a true freshman, played some as a true freshman too in that Georgia game. He's a linebacker, but Cody Simon played a lot last year. CJ Hicks, he's going to be playing some. He's a junior. He's played a little bit here and there, but he's still a veteran player. And then you look in the secondary, like that's where they've got guys that have just played a ton of ball. And so you have all those guys who are highly talented, highly skilled, who have played a lot. They know how to solve the problems. They've seen it. The more you've seen in life, the easier it is to provide solutions. And those guys have seen a ton.
Bobby, you got a question on the YouTube chat here for you. How do you think swimming helped you in football training and preparation?
I'm a big believer in being able to, cross train for different sports and just changing of surfaces, different movements, especially when you're young, I think is critical in the development of it. And it's a great way for young kids to develop upper body strength because you're not lifting weights when you're young. So that's a big piece of it for me. I would say this, like there are 3 sports that are incredibly difficult to play in college because they are all encompassing. That is gymnastics, wrestling, and swimming, because there's no real off season to that. Like they don't have any downtime.
Right.
Like you're always you're swimming and gymnastics. You're training every day. Swimming, like you hear Michael Phelps, like he's like, I trained every day.
Right.
Every single day, Christmas, Thanksgiving. You may have a lighter day, but you're still in the pool.
Right.
Like wrestling, like those guys, they're at their weights. They just can't be like, I'm going to take a vacation, and not do anything. That's not how it works. And so, like for swimming, it's David Goggins. It's a big thing that he talks about, and I've played it on here before, and I think it's very important and pertinent. And I tell people, like, do something you hate every day. And I began to hate swimming. It sucks.
Right.
It's awful. Like it is you have to be a borderline sociopath to be a high-level swimmer because you are alone with your thoughts in the water. It's not like another sport where you can talk, or even when you're jogging, you see other people, like there's interaction. Because you are looking at the bottom. You count tiles on the bottom of the pool, tiles on the ceiling. When you're doing backstroke, you're looking for things to do while you're doing that, while trying to breathe. So being able to develop the discipline through that.
Yeah.
And so my wife, we get in arguments all the time. Kids don't like it. I don't care if they don't like it.
Right.
Good. I'm glad they're doing things they don't like because that's the story of life. And that's how you get better. Everybody loves to win, and everybody wants to be tough and all those different things. But very few people actually want to do the things it takes to get you there, which means you got to do things that suck. And you got to sacrifice and give up a lot to be able to do it. So everyone says, oh, that's nice, must be nice. Yeah, to have all that. Well, there's the people that are blessed with a lot of ability who still don't end up being great because they don't sacrifice and do those things. And so, like, I love, must be nice. Yeah. Must be nice. There's a lot of people that have sacrificed and given a ton to be able to do that. And with no guarantees of success.
Yeah.
And so that's what it's supposed to teach you. And so that's part of the reason I get up lifting with AJ and doing those things in the morning. That's why I continue to do all this stuff. That's just what you've always done. That's what it is.
Speaking of AJ, he drives with both feet, doesn't care if the tires are flat, and has interesting laundry habits back in college. AJ joins us next. This is Morning Juice on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Traffic slows a bit because of an accident on the west side. It's 70 eastbound just after Wilson. The crash is on the right shoulder. Also on the north side, a little farther north, 71 southbound before US 36. Your right lane is blocked as crews work to remove a semi that went off into the woods earlier this morning. There's also an accident on Bethel Road at Portland Street. I'm Heather Pasco for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
Some people just know there's a better way to do things, like bundling your home and auto insurance with Allstate. Why make things harder than they need to be? There's a better way to save time and money. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today.
Take 5 Car Wash, the only car wash with a free Pro 5 detail center powered by Armor All professional products. Take your shine up a notch with powerful glass and interior sprays, high-quality microfiber towels, and professional vacuums, all free all the time. Visit Take 5 Car Wash today.
When I'm not voicing Wendy's ads, I'm gaming. I stay up and fueled because Wendy's delivers late.
Are you recording a Wendy's ad? Come on!
Got 'em. Whatever you're up for, we're down. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Delivery Late Night. Open till midnight or later.
Hours and delivery availability may vary.
Every shot, every goal, ESPN Bet has fans covered for the biggest moments on the road to the championship. The exclusive sportsbook of ESPN is the only place to find special offers and promotions from your favorite ESPN shows and personalities throughout the playoffs. New users can get a bet reset up to $1,000 in bonus bets if your first bet doesn't win. Download ESPN Bet today. What a play. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
If you're about to get engaged or ready to walk down the aisle, your true love deserves a true jeweler, the Diamond Seller. As a true jeweler, we not only have designer collections to meet your bridal needs, but we also have talented in-house designers who can create something truly one of a kind. Visit the Diamond Seller today.
Welcome to the plus side, where a AAA Plus membership means that an empty gas tank won't keep you from a full day, and where a dead battery can't stop you from being the life of the party. Because on the plus side, roadside mishaps don't have to ruin your day. With AAA Plus, tire changes, battery swaps, and emergency fuel are just a tap away. AAA gets to you faster, and if you need a tow, we'll take you further. Become a member today and experience peace of mind on the plus side. Towing is subject to a 7-day waiting period. Terms and conditions apply.
Sunday is the time for brunching with your favorite people. And when they don't invite you, listen to us instead. Fan Sports Sunday with Tito and Dabir Posey.
Sunday morning starting at 11.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Roof leaks can mean expensive repairs unless you work fast. Legacy Roofing, the leader in Central Ohio commercial roofing, can repair, replace, and maintain your roof to avoid costly damage. At Legacy, we're famous for fast, reliable, safe, and permanent protection for your roof. Our technicians are skilled craftsmen trained by industry leaders like Carlisle, Versico, and Elevate to create lasting roofing systems to protect your investment. Call Legacy Roofing Services today, 800-880-ROOF, 800-880-ROOF. Legacy Roofing Services.
Hey there, friends. It's Bo Bishop here, and I want you to picture this. Cannonballs into the lake, s'mores at the fire pit, sleeping under the stars. Well, that could be you when you visit my friends at RCD RV. RCD is having its summer open house, and you don't want to miss it. Huge RV savings all month long in June. New travel trailers as low as $14,995. The area's widest selection, over 600 new and pre-owned RVs in stock. Start your summer adventure at RCD RV. Visit one of the 3 Central Ohio locations or online anytime at rcdrv.com.
At Progressive, we know money can't buy happiness. But money did buy your boat, where you find peace fishing, unlike at home with 3 teenage daughters. Because fish never argue about who stole whose crop top, or get mad the other fish used up all the hot water. No, they just swim around, never embarrassed to be seen with you in public. So save money by bundling your boat or RV insurance with home or auto from Progressive. And buy more happiness, or something close to it. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers, not available in all states.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Beach Boys.
Now streaming, the Beach Boys tell their story in a must-see film event.
Brian, Dennis, and Carl, a cousin, Mike Love, and our good friend El Jardine. That's family to me.
Experience the definitive look at America's band.
They were participating in the creation of a California dream.
The fact that what was a family, that's where the success came from.
The Beach Boys, rated PG-13, may be inappropriate for children under 13. Now streaming on Disney+.
Morning Juice is sponsored by Affinity Whole Health, the leader in testosterone and hormone replacement therapy. FeelGreatColumbus.com. The Fan.
Panic and passion. Is that a motivational quote or the title of an adult romance novel? You're listening to Morning Juice.
Morning Juice. Thank you for tuning in. That time on a Friday, man. It's a great way for us to wrap things up here shortly. The second to last segment of the show. It's our man, AJ.
A man with many career achievements. Leading tackler in Centerville football history. Leading tackler in Green Bay Packers history. Still afraid of Larry Knopfsinger. And the crowning achievement, the third member of the Island Boys, AJ Hawk.
Sponsored by FanDuel, the exclusive online sportsbook partner of Morning Juice. Just sign up at FanDuel.com/juice.
AJ Hawk joins us now on the Bryant Heating Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. AJ, there are two ways I wanted to go today with this first question. Let's do this first. Is it true you only had 3 shirts you wore in college the entire time?
Yeah, I mean that's probably pretty accurate, I would say. And I used the football facilities as my laundromat as well. So I would just jam those into my laundry bag and then just rewear them all wrinkly and everything. So yeah, I was pretty efficient when it came to laundry back then.
I mean, I'd never seen anybody, operate quite like that, AJ. It was a pretty impressive feat. And so I was telling Thidoff this, like, would you define yourself, I don't want to put labels on you, would you define yourself as like a minimalist though?
On certain things, yeah, but I'm also at the same time, like, kind of, maybe as I'm getting older, becoming like a hoarder. I'm having trouble getting rid of stuff.
Really?
But yeah, I only wear, it's starting to bother me. I got to figure that out a little bit. I don't like having stuff around. I don't like clutter at all. I mean, I remember back in the day, like I finished reading a book, and I remember I had one in my bag, and I threw it in the trash can. I was walking somewhere, my brother was with me, and he's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "What do you mean I finished it? I'm not carrying this big, heavy book around." And so I tossed that thing, and that like hit me then. My brother was like, "You can't. I mean, probably just give it to somebody else to read. Give it to a stranger, whatever you do." And so that made me rethink some things. Maybe that's what started me on my becoming a hoarder and not getting rid of stuff.
Well, I believe that was when we were in the airport and we were going to the Buckeye Cruise or something. And I was behind you, and I'm like, did that just happen? You just literally took it and threw it in the trash. And I told that story yesterday, but I didn't even need to ask you about it. The fact that you just threw it out there.
It was too big, Bob. You know that. It was like a big hardcover book.
I know, it was nice.
What was it? Was it a dictionary? Was it a
It was probably, who knows what book it was, but like that's why I'm an audiobook guy now. I just download I listen to books because like no one's got room for a big like 300-page hardback book. Like that's just I don't know. Yeah, I don't throw books away anymore, but I have done it in the past.
So amazing. Gosh, I love that you literally told that story. Because one of the other things about being a minimalist, you talk about your just handful of outfits that you had on rotation in college, and obviously you have more clothes now. Your lovely wife, Laura, makes sure that you're appropriately dressed. But are we still doing the laundry on a nightly basis?
Not nightly, but I annex myself from the rest of the family, and I have a mesh bag at home that I keep all my stuff in because I wouldn't say I wash it every day, but I'd say I wash it 5 or 6 days a week just because like I have specific shorts and shirts that I like to wear when I'm working out and doing things. And yeah, it's kind of, I realized, I guess not everybody does that. Some people don't mind having their laundry stack up for 7, 8, 9 days or something. And Laura does. She does a lot of stuff like every day, every 2 days or whatever. I just said, I'm gonna save you the headache. I'm gonna take myself out of the rotation. We got 4 kids, and I'll just handle my stuff. So I don't know. As I get older, different things like that I never thought about until now, but it works. I think it works for now.
Are you like my dad when he finds a pair of shoes he likes? He will buy 3 or 4 pair, and keep in his closet. Or if he sees a shirt he likes, he'll buy like 3 of those, the shorts, whatever. He'll buy multiple pairs of those, multiple items like that, in case the one he likes that he wears all the time ever gets damaged, ruined, lost, or whatever. Are you that kind of person?
Yeah, the hard thing is finding one of those things that you feel comfortable buying 3 or 4 of. Like I definitely have that. If I find a pair of pants that fit, yeah, I'm buying all they have. I'm taking all their inventory because I'm going to wear them for the rest of my life. Honestly, I have a couple shoes right now, some Jordans that are like the Jordan casual type shoes, not like actual Jordans, and they've discontinued them. I have like 2 or 3 pairs of these shoes, and they're getting holes in the bottom of them and everything. I'm trying to keep them clean, but they don't make them anymore. I can't find them anymore, and they're the only ones I like. So yeah, things like that. Yeah, I'll ride them right to the grave. Like I'm going to wear them until they have no threads left on them. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll change and progress and evolve a little bit more. But yeah, I think I like what I like, and I'm very decisive when it comes to that.
Very routine based. JJ Hawk joins the program on the Brian Heating Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline every Friday at 8:30. Get some of the great stories from him. Did the boys have a good time at the 2nd 7 camp this week?
Oh, they loved it, man. Like all 3 of my boys got to go. They were so pumped. You know, how could you not when Ryan Miller's standing there at the drop-off line, just so excited, grabbing your kids out of the car, tossing them around, making them feel like $1 million. So, yeah, I know you've talked about it, Bob, I'm sure, but yeah, I tell my kids, hey, I worked this camp when I was in college, guys. Like, yeah, of course I know what this is all about. And it's a really cool thing they do, and it's cool to see how it's grown and how it's still going strong after all these years.
See, the worst part is I had to listen to my son Caleb tell me how, because Courtney's like, 4 hours, that's kind of long. I go, it's always been 4 hours. And my son's like, no, it hasn't. I go, buddy, I worked the camp 20 some odd years ago. It was from 8 to noon. It's always from 8 to noon. And like, I have to listen to my 7, Caleb, soon to be 8, try to sit here and big dog me as if like he knows more than me. It's awful, AJ.
Well, that's how it happens, Bob. We know that. We know, like, that's how it goes. Kids want to listen to everybody but their parents. That's kind of how it is, and I get it. I don't take it personally from my kids, but I'm right now, actually, a couple of my boys just are possibly signed up for a camp next week that is 9:30 to 3:15, and that's a full school day. So we're trying to, I'm trying to figure out how to coax them into it and let them know no, it's not that long. Don't worry about it. But in my mind, I'm thinking, man, I don't want to be dropped off somewhere at 9 and picked up at 3 when it's summertime, and it's not a sports camp either. So, we're trying to figure things out. You got to massage it and try to sell it and become a salesman at that point.
Why do we not have an AJ Hawk, Bobby Carpenter football camp annually? Which legs are? Why don't we have that?
Because AJ and I, we don't have the patience. You need someone like Ryan Miller out there. You've never seen Ryan in his positivity and just how he's able to. Ryan's like trying to take a step back. AJ is like, I'm getting older. I'm like, I don't know anybody that can do what you do. Do you?
Nobody. There's nobody. There's nobody on the planet like Ryan Miller when it comes to, he has the unbelievable amount of positivity and enthusiasm at all times, but he's also able to hold kids accountable and coach them kind of tough and coach them with some old school beliefs and make them hustle and make sure that they understand they're part of the team. Ryan is an anomaly. Ryan's one of those people that they don't make them like that. They really don't, and I don't think they ever have, let alone another one. So he has to do it. That's his calling, is just being around people, being enthusiastic, pumping kids up, being a leader. I mean, that's who Ryan Miller is.
All right, before we get you out of here, I'm watching on NFL Network right now A Football Life with Kevin Green, who was your linebackers coach. Yeah. He played with my dad in L.A. Give me your best Kevin Green story.
Oh, man. I mean, everything about Kevin Green was just so special. That dude still had long hair when he was coaching outside backers in Green Bay, and he used to sit I was on the edge of our defensive meeting rooms. I'm on the aisle, and he used to sit in a folding chair on the steps, basically right next to me. And he wasn't my direct coach because he's coaching outside backers. I was playing inside. And so I had a really good relationship with him. And every once in a while, we'd be watching a clip from the game or something, and there'd be a pulling guard. I can't remember when it was or who we were playing, but some guard was pulling, and I saw it early, and I came downhill and just earholed this dude and just got him clean. And obviously I didn't get in on the tackle. I didn't do anything. I cleaned it up for the guys behind me, but I just got this dude back in the day when you could hit dudes in the side of the head and everything. And I get him, and no one said anything. Everyone said, "Oh, okay, good job by D-line, good job, everyone else made the tackle." And Kevin Green just leaned into me, and he looks at me, and he's like, "AJ, don't worry, I saw that." And he gives me this little fist bump, and he's like, "That's what we do. That's what we do around here." And he loves the unselfish things that you do for a team. That's what would get him so excited. He would always find out whoever's if Ryan Pickett is playing 3 technique and he's taking on 2 guys and cleaning things up for everyone behind you, that's the stuff that would get him so excited when you do physical things that didn't really get noticed by everybody else.
AJ, thanks for the time, brother. We appreciate it. Hope the lights stay on for your entire show today, bud.
Yeah, thank you. We'll see how it goes.
All right, talk to you later. That was AJ Hawk joining us there on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Coming next, look, we usually reveal our fan poll. Bodie already did it because we jumped the gun on it.
We'll
re-reveal it next. This is Morning Juice on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Traffic is a little slow off to the north a bit on 71 southbound, right before US 36. We've got crews blocking the right lane as they work to clear a semi from the trees on the side of the roadway there. So traffic is slow due to gawkers and the lane closure. On the west side, watch for an accident 70 eastbound after Wilson. It's on the right shoulder. And there is an accident on Bethel Road at Portland Street. I'm Heather Pasco for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
Marty Brenneman here for Tri-State Men's Health, the leader in men's sexual health for treating erectile dysfunction and low testosterone issues. And they're the leader for a reason, because I can tell you from my own experience of being treated there, Tri-State Men's Health is top shelf. Far too many men wait to get their ED treated. But I want to tell you today that you shouldn't wait any longer. If you're suffering with ED and are like most guys, a medical team at Tri-State Men's Health will get you back on track fast. They have the experience, they have the treatment protocols, and they know what they're doing. At Tri-State Men's Health, they have ED treatments that are effective in well over 90% of men. They can even combine treatments for better results. You might even find yourself performing like you haven't in years. So make an appointment today. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. They have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. When it comes to your roof, there's only one team to call, and that's the team at Newman Roofing. They're professionals. They'll be with you to support you throughout the whole process from the first phone call to the end. You'll work with their great team, so go check them out. Newman Roofing, the company you can trust. 614-NEW-ROOF or newmanroofing.com.
Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate, not one based on anyone else. So if you drive safely, you could save money. Good to know. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today.
Skyline is turning up the heat this summer with Hot Met Cheese Conies, made with a premium Hot Met sausage from Queen City Sausage. But don't wait. Hot Met Conies are only at participating Skyline restaurants for a limited time. Come get yours today.
The best of 2 leagues meet again this summer. Catch the stars of MLS and Liga MX as they show off their skills at the 2024 MLS All-Star Skills Challenge presented by AT&T. Tuesday, July 23rd at Lower.com Field. Tickets start at $25. Get your tickets now on Ticketmaster.
Rothman and Ice.
You have to try to entertain us versus inform us. It should be more informing. It shouldn't be the dog and pony show the way they're trying to do it.
Rothman and Ice. Weekdays at noon.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus.
The Fan.
It's the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. So give your friends something to look at and make this a summer to share and save with a capable Kia SUV like the Sorento, Sportage, Seltos, or Telluride, or a powerful sedan like the fun-to-drive Forte, each backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. And for a limited time, get 1.9% APR for 48 months for well-qualified buyers and $1,000 bonus cash on specially tagged 2024 Sportage and Sorento models. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Financing for 24 to 48 months from Kia Finance, subject to credit approval for purchase of a new 2024 Sportage or Sorento. Excludes hybrids and PHEVs. $21.65 per month per $1,000 financed at 48 months. $1,000 bonus cash on specially tagged models must be applied as down payment. Must take delivery by 7/8/24. Limited inventory. Warranty is a limited powertrain warranty. See retailer for details.
Now your ideas don't have to wait. Now they have everything they need to come to life. Dell Technologies and Intel are creating technology that loves ideas. loves expanding your business, evolving your passions. We push what technology can do, so great ideas can happen right now. Find out how to bring your ideas to life at Dell.com. Welcome to Now.
Robert Half research indicates 9 out of 10 hiring managers are having difficulty hiring. If you have open roles, chances are you're feeling this too. That's why you need Robert Half. Our specialized recruiting professionals engage with our proprietary AI to connect businesses of all sizes with highly skilled talent in finance and accounting, technology, marketing and creative, legal, and administrative and customer support. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com today.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Let's get a look at your weather report heading into your Friday. A lot of sunshine out there today. An air quality alert has been issued until midnight tonight. Meanwhile, the heat advisory expires at 8 p.m. on Saturday night. Today, we're going 95 under sunny skies. And then going into Saturday, look for sunny skies with a high of 96. I'm meteorologist Dylan Robichaud with your Doppler 10 forecast on 97.1 The Fan.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Beam has a baby face. Bobby has soft hands. That should not stop you from listening to this show. This is Morning Juice.
Final segment of the program. And Bobby, I don't know if you know this or not. You probably weren't paying attention, and that's okay. But I hit every intro, every button correctly over the last 9 days.
Good. You did your job. Let me give you a cookie?
No, I'm just, Bobby,
that you know what, that off? We'll have you back next time. All right?
Whatever that is. Again. July 4th, I'm back.
One of the quick correction, because I mentioned Bieber wasn't the opening day starter this year, and he was. He just missed the home opener, but he did. I forgot the Tribe had 3 series on the road to start, so he missed the home opener, but did start for opening day. And then one of the other things in the chat, someone asked, like, wasn't it Ryan Miller that choked out that NC State quarterback? Which it's amazing because it was like almost 8 or 9 years later after Ryan played that it happened.
Yes, you're right.
And it was Ryan. Someone was like, I think it was Robert Reynolds. I'm like, and it was Wisconsin.
It was at Wisconsin too, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that was the night game. You guys lost.
So I go, yes. I go, it was a team that was red.
Right.
And it was a linebacker.
Yes.
Robert was 44. Ryan was 43. So I go, I guess we're there. But I don't think Ryan has it in him to choke someone out. Yeah. And then someone corrected it. It was Jim Sorgi, which was correct.
Yes.
And I was on the field because someone said it was me. They're like, man, that was great how you choked this guy out. I'm like,
you didn't take credit for it?
No, sometimes now I don't even correct people because they'll bring up things that were other people or this, or they'll attribute stuff. I'm like, all right, it's going to take longer to explain that.
Right.
And as long as there be, like, it's all in compliment, it's complimentary and everything. I'm like,
I don't know if you choking somebody's complimentary.
Even if it's not, I'm like, it's too long. If I don't want to take the time to correct somebody, so it's all good.
Today's fan poll, 971thefan.com. This is Bodie's. Which weather conditions do you hate more? Which ones do you hate more? 90-plus degrees in summer, single digits in winter. 68% of the people are saying single digits in the winter. Bobby, yeah. I've got 2 more great ideas. I know you love hearing my ideas. The first one.
2 more great. That's implying that you've had a great idea.
Bobby, I'm chock full of great ideas.
Sure.
So here's the first one. On the next Buckeye cruise you guys go on, and AJ's there, you're there, Schlegs, and Laurinaitis, okay? I think you guys should have a newlywed game.
We did a newlywed game.
With you guys?
Yeah.
That's such a great idea.
When we were newly married. You don't do a newlywed game after you've been married for...
No, it's like you, but just the linebackers. Just you guys.
Wait, so we're the ones that are married in this scenario?
Yes, you guys are the ones that are married.
So and how well do you know your teammates? We did that too.
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying. That's kind of thing, because you say some things, what AJ's laundry habits, whatever it was, how many times did AJ do his laundry, every day, whatever. You say every day, AJ comes out and you have to get, the answers have to match. You guys have done something like that?
Yeah, it's how well do you know your teammates?
Okay, it's a great idea by me then. The other one. The football camp thing. Now, you guys both push back on it. You and AJ are both like, I can't be patient. No,
that sounds terrible.
You said I can't. I'm not patient. I don't have Ryan Miller's patience. That is what the beauty of it would be, because it would be harder on the kids. I want to see you guys out there running the 6 and 7-year-olds, doing gassers and stuff, questioning their toughness.
I've worked at camps before.
Right.
But to have the patience to handle it all, it's mostly to deal with the parents. When they're like,
no, you kick the parents out.
Little Johnny and this and that, but get out of here.
You get rid of the parents.
Trying to help your kids out here. You're just handicapping them in life. So let me do my job. Ryan Miller can do that in a way more positive way.
Sure he can. That's a beauty of your camp.
You know what? We're out here just working hard. We're going to let the kids work hard. It's going to be a great time. We're just so pumped that everybody's here. I know it's a little warm. It's a little hot, but it's toasty. It's football weather, and we love it, guys. So make sure we're drinking plenty of water, and we're going to run real hard and have a good time. You know what? We got the Hilliard Fire Department coming over. They're going to spray us down a little bit later, and we're going to cool off, and then we'll be good. Guys, you ready to go? Let's go. Come on.
But Bobby, that's the beauty of your camp, though. It wouldn't be any of that. No. You guys would be a lot tougher. It'd be a toughen up camp.
I can't handle other people's kids unless I know all the people that are involved.
All right.
Coaching youth sports is the most challenging thing that I do in my life and probably ever will do.
And by the way, that's also not very easy.
That's what I'm saying. It's like running a camp. But as long as I know all the parents, I'm like, hey, just trust that I have your kid's best interest in heart, and we'll be good. But don't question, to go Colonel Nathan Jessup, don't sleep under the blanket of freedom that I provide and then question the manner in which I provide it. I would just assume you said thank you and be on your way. Either way, Jeff, I don't give a darn what you think you're entitled to.
I understand that. I'm telling you, it would be bonkers and make a lot of money if you did that. Money for charity or whatever. By the way, Bobby, we're getting out of here shortly, but I know you want to hear this. Chris Gotterup is 3 under for the day through 5 holes at the Travelers Championship. Bobby, just so you know, he shot 2 over yesterday. He's now 3 under today. He was 5 over yesterday, 3 under today, 2 over the tournament. So that's big news. I know you were probably waiting for that.
Yeah, that's going to impact my life a great deal by who wins the Travelers.
Big weekend plans, Bobby?
Yeah, like I told you, I'm going to go.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
With the paddleball deal, I'm going to go up and watch in Worthington. Going to go to Indian Lake on Saturday for a Buckeye Cruise at JR Memorial. Going to spend some time in Portsmouth, or River House, which I realize is 2 hours and 45 minutes from Indian Lake. So I'm excited to do that round trip.
Cool.
Not really, but yeah, it's going to happen.
Thanks so much to our guests all week long and everyone on YouTube who chimed in. We really appreciate that. I've had a lot of fun the 9 days I've been doing this. The
YouTube chat's great. And folks, I'm sorry. There's so much in there now that I'm like talking. I haven't read through everything yet. So I wanted to give appropriate credit for someone that did know Jim Sorgi and was able to correct everything.
Mole 420 on that one. So thanks so much. And Shark's back on Monday. Beamer's back on Monday. And Bodie gets to sleep. I get to sleep. Hope you have a great weekend out there. Stay hydrated the right way. Coming up next, we've got Bishop and Friends. And again, thanks for a great week. This has been Morning Juice on 97.1 The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Up on 71 southbound just before US 36. We've got some slowdowns here. The right lane is blocked. A cruiser on scene trying to remove a semi that went off into the woods earlier this morning. So not only do you have the lane closure, but we've got some Gawker delays. Also, watch for an accident on the west side on 70 eastbound, just past Wilson. That's where we do have an accident. It's on the right shoulder, but still keeping things slow. I'm Heather Pasco for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
This is a Fan Action Update.
This NFL Action Update is brought to you by Tipico. Gambling Promco 1-800-GAMBLER. The LA Chargers have the second best odds to win the AFC West at plus 350. Their odds to make the playoffs this season are minus 105 to make and minus 115 to miss. Over-under season win total sits at 8.5 games. And the Chargers are 50 to 1 to win the Super Bowl. Good for a tie for the 17th best odds in the NFL for your Tipico Action Update. I'm Scotty Vegas.
Billiards Plus has everything for the master griller in your house. Come to their showroom, open the lid, and feel the difference in their grills. Professional top quality equipment at great prices with a huge selection ready to go home with you. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
At Take 5, we're faster than you think. That means we'll change your oil and get you back on the road in less time than it takes to get over from the express lane to the exit ramp. Just sit back and relax while our fast, friendly team does all the work. Take 5, the stay in your car 10-minute oil change.
Want a great choice with great value? It's great to drive Honda and save thousands with low 1.9% financing. All your favorite Honda models are in stock. Save big on a great selection of cars, SUVs, and trucks, like the new 2024 Honda Ridgeline, now with low 1.9% financing. There's never been a better time to buy a new Honda. Search your local Honda dealer today. See dealer for financing details for well-qualified buyers. Offer ends 7/8/24.
Roof leaks and damage can ruin your business and your reputation. Property management pros trust Legacy Roofing Services, Ohio's leader in commercial roof repair, replacement, and ongoing maintenance. At Legacy, our reputation for fast, reliable, safe, and permanent roofing services for commercial buildings can solve your roofing problems before they become roofing nightmares. Call Legacy Roofing Services today, 800-880-ROOF, 800-880-ROOF. Legacy Roofing Services.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items